first things first, Danny's leveled up. You want to go ahead and roll health for Ava for level 5?
Yes, I do. Okay.
I don't.
7.
Yeah.
I rolled that on the D&D Beyond. Yeah. I thought I was gonna get a 2. I'm so happy.
Let's go.
Yay.
All right. Well, with that being said, I will do our recap this time because who knows?
It's
what
pretty
the
heavy,
pace-
bro.
It's pretty heavy. The pace of this session could determine whether or not this is the finale for this next arc or if it's next session. Who knows?
I thought you were going to say finale for the show.
For the
Yeah,
show.
we're ending the series,
That's
guys.
it.
Well,
I was
be
there for
fair,
2 sessions.
depending on
Yay.
how you guys handle this big combat that's coming up, it could be the finale. If we have a TPK, the story's over. It's done.
It's Joe.
Marcel's not gonna die.
It's so
Adir,
Joe.
Rosarius, Gwen, Leo, Ava, Lucian, definitely, but Marcel, he's good. He's
It-
protected.
Unless you guys come back and secretly play your like twin sibling who has the exact same motivations as you. That would
I am Dio.
You
Brother
know, for
of Leo.
Gwen, it might happen.
sure.
Well, yeah, we're twins.
All right.
Nah, Zim will just
I'm
spend
Ben.
20 gold to get her back.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to hell.
So, recap for what's happening, I guess, in the entire arc up until this point. You guys, in the second semester of Earl Loomis, have like gotten really familiar with the campus. A lot of you gotten close with other students, professors. You guys have started going out on adventures as a party. The first of which you guys investigated a lighthouse, found the remains of a dragon. Gwen adopted a baby dragon. And you killed some bugbears, and really efficiently so. I remember Lucian casting Hold Person and helping Rosari's auto crit and smite on top of that was just stupid. After that, you guys came back. You went on another mission after Lucilda had been missing for a couple of days. You investigated this old tomb, this pyramid to someone who worshipped Piranum, a god you guys kind of learned about. Some of you might have heard the name before. Somehow connected to the sun god. And at this point, Ava joined the party in replacing Kieran, who had disappeared from the last semester. All while this was happening, Ava came from the Church of Piran, this sun god that we talked about, kind of defected away from it and stayed at the school after they had left. While they were here, they did some recruiting. They watched the students, training and stuff like that to sort of get an idea of who they might be able to get to join their cause, offering a pretty big monetary compensation for that as well. And Ava said, I'm going to do the opposite. And then since then, you guys have investigated Lucilda's disappearance. Echo also disappeared, and it turns out Tilanche was behind the whole thing. Reggio was innocent. A couple of stolen items later, and a couple of severe injuries later, you guys know that Tilanche is currently double pacted up as a warlock, trying to break both of the packs, and a couple of lives are on the line. You guys have decided to essentially sacrifice 3 people and then revive them, because for this sort of ritual, that works. And after that, you guys are going to attempt to use the Ring of 3 Wishes to break Tilanche from her pact with Verameth, and the other wish will be used to kill the thing that you guys are summoning, that you guys still don't know a ton about, just because it's so mysterious. Even on a nat 20 history check from Rosari's, all you really know is that the Fae are associated with tricky dealings, nature, poison, those sorts of things. So, with that being said, the last thing that happened was you guys talked to Beren and came up with this sort of plan. You guys have about 2.5 days until you guys need to start reconciling as a group to get ready for this. But in the meantime, Gwen was off having a conversation with Professor Ranth. So Izzy, if you're down for it, I say let's talk about it.
Okay.
It'll be the first thing to do. So in the midst of all of this, I know you've talked to Ranth, sort of keeping her informed about, hey, here's what's going on. I found this book. You guys mapped it out together. You figured out that Tilanche was hunting worshippers of Corteus. And she sort of helped you get the logistics of this and was completely baffled by the idea that like one of her coworkers was a little evil, I guess. Killing people and sacrificing students. But this next conversation comes in a completely different context. You've talked to Tilanche about this whole idea of like vengeance and revenge. Brought up the idea to her like maybe you should just let yourself go and help solve the problem. You guys have talked to Beren. You've decided that you're going to try to fight this thing. And I'm going to say that for Gwen, Ranth is just like a mentor figure. So at any time when Gwen is stressed or worried or just doesn't know the answer to something, Ranth has been like almost like when older sisters get along with you. Like they can be really, really helpful. So with that being said, you go to Ranth. You knock on her door. She opens it. It's late at night. Then she welcomes you with a smile. She's like, "Hey, I missed you in class today. I heard you guys were kind of busy. I'm assuming so from last time."
Yeah, we kind of figured out what was going on with the Tilanche situation. Turns out it was her. And we planned to kill her patron, or one of her patrons. She has two. Don't know if that's normal.
I don't know. I'm a ranger. This is not my forte.
Yeah, I don't really know where that's happening at the school. I don't know. So, I don't know if you maybe want to help with that or not. But apparently it involves killing some students and bringing them back.
Interesting. Are you on that list?
I don't think so. I didn't really hear the list of who those people were. At least, I mean, maybe I did. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a lot. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, me too. I just thought I'd give you an update. I didn't know if you maybe wanted to help or not, but since it's apparently like fighting some sort of, I don't know, something similar to a god. I don't know how all this warlock shit works.
Me neither. He invites you in, and you guys sit down for a minute and just chat. Some lighthearted conversation. Just kind of making jokes, making light of a very tough time for you specifically. I will say something recent that happened in the conversation, which it's not recent for us because it's been a week, but Beren gave you guys the sort of story behind all of this, in that the creature that you guys are dealing with has sort of, I don't want to say infected, that's a good word for this, but it's been present at the school before. It's corrupted the school. Professor Neralne, one of the wizard professors, actually died because of the original fight with this thing. So with all of that in mind, do you let Ranth in on any of that? Because you've told her about the Tilanche things, essentially like filled her in completely. But this information from Beren is new. The fact that this is not the first time that this thing has messed with the school, that people have died because of it, and I would assume that's weighing a little heavy on your mind. Is that something you're going to sort of tuck away back there and you're going to try not to think about it just because, if anything, it would maybe stress you out? Or are you going to bring this up and talk to Ranth?
No, I'll bring it up.
Sure.
Yeah.
You just kind of tell her everything that Beren told you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so multiple students and teachers died/disappeared. It was a very, sad time. Professor Beren was there, Director Loomis was there, and he's the one who actually decided to sort of keep it hush-hush and not let information get out about it. But Beren doesn't follow the rules, I guess. You tell her all of this, you tell her roughly when it happened. I will say the reason that I'm asking for such clarification is because Beren even mentioned the name Ranth in that story, in saying that Ranth had a sibling who was involved and is no longer here. So, just to double check, telling her everything.
Yeah.
After a minute of her sort of listening, she is kind of stoic and silent the entire time. A little bit of a tear falls out of one of her eyes when you mention her older brother. She thinks about it for a little bit, listens to your story, and then asks you, clarifying something that Beren said. And she says, "So, Beren said that the two students, my brother and Alagad, they didn't die in the fight. They disappeared."
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard.
Fantastic. Okay. Great. Great. Well, thank you for telling me. She wipes the tear from her cheek and sort of straightens up a little bit. She's like, it's good to know. All I knew is that my brother apparently, died on a mission for the school. And apparently Beren and Loomis didn't think to fill me in on that. How it
Yeah.
happened.
I don't know why they wouldn't. It's kind of a weird thing to leave out.
I don't know either. Listen,
But are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Give me.
You need anything? I got snacks.
I was actually just about to ask for a snack.
Yeah, I got plenty.
Give me one of those muffins. She takes one and eats it.
Yeah.
She sits back and she says, "No, just give me a day or two. I'll be fine. It's just obviously thinking about the memories hurt a little bit."
Of course.
As you guys sort of round out this conversation, she looks at you and she says, "Well, I guess let me know if you need anything. I'll gladly help you guys if you want. But I don't know what Beren's planning. I don't know what's going on in that crazy mind of his."
Yeah, I don't exactly know what's going on either, because I've either maybe forgotten or maybe wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. But
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, but I'll let you know if we need anything.
Well, stay safe out there, and don't get too hurt.
I'll try not to.
She, escorts you out, gives you a little pat on the shoulder as you go to leave, and closes the door behind you, and you go off onto campus.
Cool.
With that being said, you guys, like I said, have about 2 days on campus. The conversation with Tilanche where she said 3 days from now happened earlier today. At this point, it's getting close to nighttime. Is there anything you guys want to do that night? After the conversation with Beren, before we go and take a long rest, before anybody goes and gets healed, or maybe that is what you want to do, what's happening the day of?
Everyone get healed, quick!
Yeah, Lucian is heading to the library to research a spell he might have heard of before.
Sure. Go ahead. I'm gonna say, just for fun, give me an investigation check with advantage. The library is a super useful resource, and Lucian knows magic.
Ooh, 11.
With advantage?
With advantage.
Throw
I got
those
an 8 and a
dice
4.
I mean, there's a ton of spells. You're just kind of racking through it. You might not get to it tonight, but given enough time, it's an inevitability for you to look at all of the known spells that people can cast and eventually find what you're looking for. So I'll say you check out like a book or two from the library. You have like the big three. You have like cleric, druid, and wizard class spells, and you're just like sifting through it, flipping through the pages mad the entire night.
Cool.
So that's going on. Rosarius, please tell me you're going to the nurse.
Yeah, I'm going to the nurse.
Thank you. What are you walking around with right now? Like, what injuries do you have? 'Cause last remember you had 2.
I have the scar, which I don't think they can heal, but I have the festering one. That is, I have to make the con save.
Yeah, internal injuries.
I've already been to the nurse
For the arm.
At least once today for the arm, but I'm gonna go back and see if the actual nurse, instead of that mean second year student, can look at my festering wound.
So you go back to the nurse's wing, and that same person is there. They're like doing volunteer hours in the healing ward. This man's name is Marnik. He is like 6'3" tall, kind of broad shoulders, long, wavy, red, like deep red hair pulled back in a sort of half bun. He sees you come in, and he's just, how many times are you gonna come into the nurse's office? Not even in a week.
One more time. One more time, he gets a Sunday.
Look, I just need help.
Fine.
Not the psychological help you're thinking I need either.
I am not qualified to give that to you. Sit
You
down,
definitely
and he
need it,
sort of
though.
grabs your shoulder and sits you in a seat. And he takes out a little notepad, and he's like, all right, come on.
I'll just take off the top armor and let him look at the festering wound.
He sets it down. I'm going to roll a medicine check for him. That's like a 23. Yeah, he's doing great. He pokes around a little bit until eventually he pokes like underneath one of your ribs, and you feel one of your organs like shudder and move underneath the pressure of his finger, and you like violently react to that. And he's like, yeah, right. Here's what I can do. I can heal you to get the wound back in better shape, but in order to actually settle, you're going to have to avoid all physical activities for a day and a half.
You go ahead and do that.
Right, but I'm letting you know now, if you tear this thing open again, it's just going to go right back to where it was. He puts a hand on your chest, gives you a high-level cure wounds, like 4th or 5th level. If you weren't already at full health, you are now, and you feel your, like, the damage to your organs, like, kind of repair itself. But again, he reiterates, like, at least a day, not a day and a half, like, you know, all of tomorrow, and then sleep on it, and then the next day you should be okay. And he shoos you out of the nurse's office, and he says, and if you manage to disrupt it again, I'm obligated to say you're welcome back.
I have a feeling I'll be back in a few days, at least.
Wonderful. I don't get paid enough for this.
Probably not. Thanks.
And you... I know. Alright, if there's nothing else, you guys sleep throughout the night.
Yeah,
Campus-
Marcel just be writing
Marcel, in his room, fervorously writing.
with a giant quill pen, like overly sized.
Marcel can write?
Yeah.
That's a miracle.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
We're all
So I
learning
didn't
new
remember the
skills.
letters. I've written letters before.
It's like in 2nd grade when they teach you how to write cursive.
After that, let me think. I don't think anything else is happening at the moment, but the day comes, campus is eerily calm. You guys are probably like on your toes, a little stressed out, a little on edge, but the rest of campus is just kind of chill, going to class, doing homework. People are hanging out in the lawn. Some people throw up hammocks. People are sitting on park benches doing homework, eating, all of that.
No one knows they could all possibly die.
Yeah, no. That would
We're all
ruin the
gonna
mood.
die! Run!
Uh,
That does not.
But with that being said, I'm gonna sort of turn it over to you guys. You have today and tomorrow to do whatever downtime sort of activities you want to do. You can interact with any NPCs. I don't want to make us go in any specific order. I'll let you guys sort of decide who prioritizes their stuff first and who gets their stuff out of the way. So, y'all tell me, with the 2 days ahead of you, what events start to unfold for the party around campus?
Marcel will try to kick open Leo's door,
The fuck?
but fails because he's not that strong.
I mean, you can roll an athletics check if you want.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm always down to see if it happens.
Okay.
Set the DC at 16.
I got a 16. I rolled a 17, but -1, so 16.
Miraculously, Marcel, you walk down the hallways of Leo's dorm. You find his room. Take a foot, kick it in. Door swings open. Thank God it was unlocked.
Marcel, what the absolute fuck?
Oh, I was just testing the integrity of your doors. You know, I noticed that these doors aren't really that good. I mean, someone broke into my room. I could just kick open I'm not that strong.
Steinbeck comes out of the bathroom, toothbrush in his mouth, and he's just like, Leo, what the fuck?
That's exactly what I said. Why
Okay,
did
Leo.
you do this?
Because I need to talk to you.
Oh, you could have just knocked. We could, like a normal person.
Do I look like I'm a normal person?
You're right. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have known better. Come on, man.
Steinbeck
You're right.
agrees. He's
Okay.
like, no, you don't. No, people don't kick in people's doors. Hi, Marcel.
Okay.
And he
I think so.
walks back into the bathroom and continues brushing his teeth.
He's a cool guy.
He's nice, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so let's head out.
All right. Where are we going?
Give me a second. Let's get drinks. Come on.
Marcel, it's like, what time is it?
Like 8 in the morning.
Early enough to drink.
Marcel, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, come on. We have to get all our drinks in.
We have 2 days. 2 days. I'm not sure that this would be the wisest choice.
To prepare for a hangover for tomorrow. Come on, we're fine. You know, I'm thinking ahead, 2 steps ahead. Hey, make it 3.
I
wouldn't say 4. I would go 3.
will. Fuck.
I will fuck. Not
No,
me.
I will drink. One.
Sorry,
drink,
he's gonna
Marcel.
fuck you.
One drink,
What's
Marcel.
gonna happen?
One
here?
drink. Marcel,
Okay.
I hate you.
1 drink. Perfect.
1. Let's go.
1. Yeah, let's go, man. And we're gonna head to the bar, even if it's closed or not. Marcel doesn't know.
There are like bakeries and stuff on campus.
Okay.
It's there are like a couple of like hangout spots that are open all day, and in the morning they serve like breakfast food, and at night they like service bars. So you guys go to one who's right now they're like serving pastries and donuts to people.
What about mimosas?
Yeah. Any like spiked coffee or something you got anything like that?
Yeah.
Can I do like a persuasion check?
Sure. I'll let the DC be what I just rolled on that die.
Okay.
That's probably a 20.
Oh man, I got 11.
I got a 2.
Nice.
Oh,
canon
I've seen
now.
you roll a
These
1.
places
Oh,
sell
fuck.
alcohol. Yeah, you guys go up. You're asking about like breakfast cocktails and things like that, and they're just like, "Yeah, we have espresso martinis. We have mimosas. I mean, if you just want to skip straight to like ale and wine, we have that. We're not gonna turn away money.
Yeah, ale man.
Ale
What do you
man
want, Leo?
Sure. Same, I guess.
gives you 2.
It's so early, Marcel.
He takes a couple copper pieces from you guys, and you guys sit down with some drinks.
Never early enough.
That's not true. No.
So, you're kind of a warlock now, which is weird.
Right. Yeah. We're both warlocks now.
Yeah, but like, you just became one, and sometimes we have to teach you little things. It's called the patrons and the packs. Sometimes a certain person will get a little too interested in these packs that a patron will swoop in and put themselves inside you. Partially, of course, no full-on thing. It's like a contract. So, yeah, that's what going through you, man. You are a warlock, and that's kind of interesting.
How so?
You're a cleric. You're already gained like this whole weird thing with your holy deity, and now you got this other person in you. You're getting like multiple guys inside you right now.
Marcel,
Like they're all just jamming inside of you, so it's a
couple
little
of
rough.
heads
That's
turn
why I
around
need a
in the bar.
guys. That's why we got the drinks.
Jordy,
This is
please
really
make a roll to
difficult
see if his girlfriend's there. If his girlfriend is there, Hildegard.
I cannot. What?
Zach, low or high?
Hi.
Hildegard turns around from one of the tables. She just
Jesus
goes,
Christ.
Leo.
No, Hildegard. No.
Yeah, hey.
It's
I wasn't there. I just know about it. Or actually, I might have been there. I'm not sure. I think I was there when that happened.
She
Marcel, stop talking.
waves to her friends and steps over with like a little muffin that she's eating. She's like, I'm so happy to see you, but these are very strange circumstances. Do you have something you want to like talk to me about?
Can we talk later? Actually, and it's not about.
It's very private. I understand.
No, it's not about
She covers her mouth and looks at Marcel.
guys inside of me.
Is he okay?
It's difficult for the first time.
I just fucking hate you.
She pats you on the shoulder, Leo. She's like, yeah, we'll talk later. I gotta go to class, and she just leaves.
I hate you so much, Marcel. I haven't told her that I'm a warlock yet, and now she thinks I'm being gangbanged by a bunch of dudes.
Well, there goes any chance we have of getting, sponsored by Twitch, whatever it's called.
Fuck.
I've heard affiliates say much worse.
Go ahead, y'all are good.
So, yeah, and I can tell that's really rough, man. But I've been going through some rough stuff too.
I hate you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay.
I've been trying to keep this a little private. And
What do you mean?
I want to tell it to you because you and me are good friends, and since you're a warlock, I think we're even closer friends.
I don't think that me being a warlock has made us closer. I think we've been close this whole time, Marcel.
I know we're always close. I'm close with everyone, but I think this little thing, we kind of have an understanding that goes beyond other people.
I understand. Yeah.
So I'll tell you something that I've been holding in for a while.
I'm so afraid of where this is going right now, Marcel, with how this morning has gone so far.
Marcel takes a big drink from his ale. Remember our break we had?
Yes.
We had like a really nice break. We all did our own thing. We all came back a little bit better.
Right.
I claimed that I went to Terra's Wade and solved all my problems. I did not.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, I saw the sign, like the literal sign, not like saying like an omen or something. No, there was an actual sign that says Terra's Way, and I just turned back and hit the next bar. I just couldn't really get there. I was in a drunken stupor for a while, started a bunch of bar fights, attacked as many people I can when I can. When they told me to stop, I was just in a very bad place.
I know.
But if this fairy creature, powerful being thing, it will do us in, or at least kill me. I want you to at least take care of it for me. Take my deal with that stuff with family, because that's very important, and I'm definitely going to try to take care of it. I am going to take care of it if I survive this.
All right.
So that's what I want to tell you.
What exactly am I going to take care of?
help my family. It's like fix the political problems there that've been seeping for like generations and such. A lot of infighting battles, powerful magic users, and assassinations. Yeah, stuff like that. Very simple.
That's that's a really big ask, Marcel. I know nothing about politics from where you're from.
I mean, it's not really that difficult, There's of course, layers to it. Not everything's black and white. There's plenty shades of gray here. But yeah, I think you're able to like swoop through it. And I know a couple of people who you could definitely talk to. So if I die, I want you and maybe the rest of the group to at least help them. That's my last request. Or only request. My last only request. Why not that?
Alright.
Awesome.
You can count on me and the rest of the group.
I could count on you and everyone else in the group. Also, Ava.
Yeah.
I think she is so talented. But do you think she's really part of our group?
I mean,
I trust her a lot. But
she's
I don't know. There's always this kind of thing where she wants to, like,
she's gone on missions with us. She's helped us figure out Tilanche
True.
and all of that. So I would have to say she's on our side.
You know what? You're right. Thank you. There was a part of me that said no, but 100% I trust her.
I do too.
Yeah, she's a great person. Same as Dira and Rosaris and Gwen. And you.
We do have a good group of friends here, don't we?
Leaving one person out in person.
What about the one you left out though?
Kieran? I remember he's gone.
We never found out about him, did we?
Nope. He's pretty good at hiding his tracks.
I wonder if he'll ever show up again.
He might. He may not. But he's
No.
always a friend in my heart.
Same. I wish him the best, whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's finish our drinks and
Yeah, and then
we
we
have a
can
lot of
talk more about the warlock stuff.
Oh.
And then it's going to be the rest of the time Marcel is going to keep insinuating that Leo is in some kind of really weird male cult with a lot of banging, and it's just crazy. It's like,
shit.
All right, on from that to anything else. Leo and Marcel are sitting at Nura House, kind of chilling, eating, having a couple drinks for a little bit. Somebody else, what are you up to?
anyone else, please.
Anyone else, please.
I'm going to try and become a pimp. That works.
What?
Please explain.
Oh.
How is this taking such a hard left turn right when we're supposed to have like a serious combat?
At least you're still doing research.
Cool. I will say, since you didn't get it last night, this morning, after about an hour or so of looking through these books again, and you guys can choose whether you're going to classes or skipping them. It's really up to y'all. But regardless, Lucian, you probably wake up early enough to end up flipping through just the right pages to find the spell that you're looking for.
If I find the spell, I'm going to go and try and find Athera or Leo.
I will let you pick sort of who you look for. If nothing else, just based on your addictive note-taking, you know that Marcel frequents Nura House and Athera frequents like Roche Plaza, the greenhouse, just some other nature areas on campus. You might pick
Okay, I'll go and try.
The entire forest.
the entire forest.
I'll go and try and find Athera then.
Cool. Athera, I'll let you tell me, does Lucian find you and where? What is Athera doing at like 8:30 in the morning, the day after you guys just make the decision to, hey, we're gonna sacrifice 3 people, fight a demigod kind of thing? What are you doing? You just having tea and chilling, or?
Yeah, I took my little tea set and I am out in the forest. And I am like just sitting there kind of thinking, I'm trying to planning out, okay, what are the things I need to do to make sure that we're prepared. So just kind of having a quiet morning.
Yeah, so I mean, Lucian, you're going down through Horse Plaza. You go through a couple of the paths that you know lead through the forest. And at one of them, you see Athera kind of sitting between a couple of trees. The tea set's out and just kind of relaxing, kind of deep in thought.
Yeah, I'll start running towards Athera with like scrolls and books in my hands, like falling out as I run towards.
Oh, you dropped some things.
Oh, that's all right. All I need is this one. Have you heard of a spell called Hero's Feast?
Here, I don't think so.
So what it does is it makes us immune to poison. Do you know what immune means?
Yes, I know what immune means.
Okay, good. It makes us that, and then we have, like, we're better at charisma and wisdom and stuff like that, so we're better at charm spells. So if we have this spell, we'd be much better against any druid or fey creatures.
Okay, so the point, what do you need? Why are you telling me this?
Do you have any lecturers that could cast a spell, or can you cast it?
Oh, I don't know. I would have to look. I mean, I've never heard about it before.
I'll hand her a scroll of Hero's Feast, or wherever I found the information.
Yeah, I will say that right now you have an unenchanted scroll, which is just like, here's the details for what you need to cast it, so that someone could theoretically, like, with the appropriate spell slot and material components, they could cast it, but it would still cost them all those things. Those are cheap and pretty easy to come by at the school. So, like, you can easily just get one and take it from the library. Athera, give me any sort of wisdom check that you're proficient with. We're going to call this an arcana check, but it's druid magic, so I want it to be wisdom based.
Okay.
So you can do, like, perception or something. Persuasion, perfect.
Nat 20.
Ooh. You look at it and you immediately realize, you're like, okay, I can't cast this. I can't cast this for a while. I probably couldn't cast this when we graduate school. Like, this is a high level spell, but you know that probably either of your professors could. Not even difficultly. It's towards that upper range of, like, you need to be 11th or 12th level to even cast it, and you know that your professors are somewhere up there.
There's only one minor drawback. It costs 1,000 GP, or a gem-encrusted bowl worth 1,000 GP.
That's a minor drawback.
Yeah, a little minor thing.
So, I do recognize this.
Okay, good.
But there is no way that I'm casting this right now. It's incredibly difficult. But one of my professors might know, and I mean, if you can convince them to part with 1,000 gold pieces, you might be onto something.
Athera, while you're talking to Lucian, a squirrel kind of, like, rushes down the tree and stops just right above your shoulder, the one that you're leaning against. And you see it, like, stop and start looking at the scroll. It's that bushy-tailed squirrel that you've interacted with a couple of times.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna be like, what, you think you can cast it?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Give me that paper. And it, like, reaches its hand out and it's grabbing at it.
I'm gonna, like, hold it to him, but not, like, quite hand it over, just so, like I think he needs to read it closer. Here.
He gets it, pulls it a little closer. You see him sniff the page, and it's unenchanted. Rats.
Well, obviously, you have to do it yourself.
Fine. And the squirrel rushes down the tree, and then you watch as it shifts and wild shapes into your professor, Professor Mineo.
Oh.
Oh,
What the fuck?
hi, Professor.
Stands up, stretches his legs a little bit. Which are
Is he been the squirrel the whole time? Oh my
He's been
god.
fucking with you, dude.
he's been fucking
so
with
funny.
Delphina.
I'm in character. Have you been the squirrel the whole
Oh,
time?
you're right.
He goes, yeah, it's good to get out and stretch a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, but usually when I do that, I do something a little bigger with wider stride that can go further.
It's too much work. Could you imagine how much easier it is to stretch a much smaller body? There's so much less movement that you have to do. You know how
There's so
easy it is
many-
to pop your back as a squirrel?
No, I've never tried.
And I don't want to hear it. He snatches the paper from you and continues sniffing it, and he's like, yeah, no, that's not enchanted. And, you know, good luck finding 1,000 gold pieces just lying around. But I could cast a spell for you.
Oops, I'm looking at Lucian. There you go.
Think if we pool our money together, I've got 100 gold. Or we could
I
find
have
someone.
12.
That makes so much sense.
The donation would be muchly appreciated.
Sure. He pulls out a gold piece and hands it to you.
Wait, so this means he saw me shoot at Athera and have a spat.
There's so much that this means.
He has seen
I'm
so
suspicious
much.
of every squirrel now. Yeah, I mean, Lucian, you can. I think Rosaries is gonna have us all meet. He said something about meeting up later. Maybe you can present this to the group and see if they're willing to part with their money.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And I'll wander off with the scrolls again.
Wait, you left one behind.
Oh, yeah, thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
As soon as you're out of earshot, Mineo, steps over a little bit with his hooves clacking against the ground, and he leans over to you with and he just goes, that kid's kind of weird.
You're telling me. He got weirder just more lately. I think he hit his... No, he did have his head hit. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go continue my my daily stroll. And he wild cheers back into a squirrel and just scampers off.
Can you get like a noticeable mark or something?
He's gone.
I'm never talking to squirrels anymore.
All right, since we already have y'all, Ava, Gwen, Rosaries, one of you guys, what's something you guys are doing sometime in the morning during this first day?
Well, in the morning, I guess I wanted to get that stuff we got from the tomb checked out to see if it's anything special.
Episode Pawn Stars.
Yeah, I mean, tell me how you're doing it. Are you just going to someone that you know, like an NPC, student, teacher? Are you bringing it to, like, Lucian?
First, I'm getting someone to come with me because I don't want to do it alone.
I'll go. I want to go by the smithing, which is near the artificers. So I'll go see an artificer professor.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can go together. They can identify it for you. Sure. You guys go to the artificer building. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to pull it up on print just because I do not remember. It is Parkin's building. Yeah. So you guys go there. Rosaries has been here quite a bit. He leads you there, knocks on the door, walks in, and it's like a big workshop area. You see a tiny gnomish woman with big bushy hair, like pulled up in two big old buns on the side of her head. She has like a welding mask on her face, and she is currently like, her finger is a light with a cantrip, and she is like burning pieces of metal, and she looks up at you guys, flips the mask up, covered in ash and oil. She's just like, oh, hello, Rosaries, great to see you.
You too, Professor. This is Ava.
Hi.
In a mission, we got some items that we were curious if you could tell us. They might be magic items.
Yeah, I could easily do that. That's my specialty. No problem at all. Yeah, just dump them on the table over there. I'll finish up what I'm doing, and then I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right, don't look. And she slams it back down, and she finishes making this little metal contraption. It's like this weird little sphere with some rivets and pieces of metal that are kind of fastened together. She finishes up after like 5 minutes, takes the hood off, and then walks over to y'all's table, climbs up a stool, and sits down. She says, "All right, what do we got? What do we got?"
Oh, so what was it? It was bracers and I think there was 2 like headbands. Yeah.
She goes through kind of showing you guys the process of her using the identify spell. She has to like pull out a book in order to do it from one of the tables, grabs a pearl from one of the drawers. She casts identify. The bracers are a set of bracers of defense, which I believe just give you a +1 bonus to AC, or maybe it's +2 if you're not
I believe
wearing armor.
I think it's +2.
Yeah, that sounds right. +2 if you're not wearing armor. The headbands are a homebrew item. Let me see if I can find one. She doesn't give you a name, but she does tell you that these headbands are a little interesting in that as you are wearing it, it has like a spell that's stored in it that slowly recharges, and once per day you can cast the Warding Bond spell. Or you could dismantle this and take the diamonds out of it and sell them for money.
Well, these are useful.
She goes to hand it back to you, and you grab it, and she sort of doesn't let go for a second. She's just like, "It's so pretty." Okay, fine. It's... Anyway, yeah. That thing, it's not too bad. But those bracers are nice. Those are good.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, what were you making over there?
Huh? This? And she holds up a little... Well, it's almost like the size of a baseball, just made out of metal. She's like, "One of my students taught me this. He has a spell stored in here. When I throw it, it explodes."
Don't listen to Thatch.
Would you
No,
sell
please.
that?
No, we don't want it. Please,
What?
Thatch, don't get involved with
But-
Thatch. Professor.
Rosandries, who's Thatch? Can you introduce me?
Yes.
I don't.
Thank you.
Rogues and
Oh.
Thatch do not go well together.
He
don't
sounds
need-
pretty interesting, Rosandries. Why are you trying to
Hops down
ruin
from
my
her stool
fun?
and like hops and runs across the classroom and swings open a door, goes downstairs, and a couple seconds later she comes running up, and there's a little goblin man, steampunk goggles on his face, again just covered in ash. Like his face is more ash than green skin. He runs up and he's just like, "Oh, hey guys, we're sorry."
Thatch, you need to quit teaching people your explosive stuff.
So you're the one who taught this. And I point at this sphere.
She just goes, "Yeah, this is all credit to Thatch. He came up with this idea. We've done practical applications like this before, but the idea of having something that you can just throw and it's a consumable one time is quite smart." And he just goes, "I mean, yeah, Kieran asked me to make a blowing up device, and I made it. Pretty easy.
Oh, it's lovely. How many can you make and for how much?
You want me to make more?
Oh, I'd love it.
How much gold do you have? I can make them in
I'm
about
not telling you how many, but how
3
much,
or
but
4
like,
hours.
but how much do you want for it?
How much do I want? I don't trust you. You have red hair. 75 gold pieces.
Rude. 75 for one? Ooh.
Professor Darton like pats him on the shoulder. She has like the biggest grin on her face. She's just like, "I taught him so well. I'm so proud."
I try to like persuade him down.
Sure, tell me how.
Alright.
Or if you want to roll
Um,
persuasion and base it off of that, I'll let you
yeah.
decide which one you do first. You can either roll
Okay.
persuasion or if
I'm
you
gonna
have a
roll
specific
first to
thing,
see.
Go right ahead.
Alright, what's my. So that's a 13.
He says,
It's like,
"I'm putting my foot down."
Okay. I'll come back to you because I need to scavenge some money up.
Alright. 70 gold.
Okay.
You'll also get the Rosari's fan club discount. 65 gold.
Sorry, I kind of like nudge you. Oh, okay. Is there any other discounts? Like, I'll do something for you, a favor type thing, and you can lower it. I got poison. I can get you info. I can
A
stab
favor.
someone for you if you
I
want.
don't need anybody to get stabbed. That's whoa. I was thinking like a snack and a foot rub while I'm working.
Oh, okay. I have lollipops. Does that work for you?
I'll take
I'm
it as a
gonna
tip.
wander off to my smithing place, trying not to laugh while this conversation's going
You
on.
guys sit there continuing just bantering.
Bard-
Thatch he's a bartificer, I guess. I don't know. You guys sit there and yap. He kind of settles on like 65 gold. That's covering materials and the time that he's taken to build it. And then if you wanted to like be so kind as to help supply him with like food and stuff while he does that, he wouldn't be mad.
Okay, that's the
with that,
deal.
Rosario, you go downstairs, and Professor Cloud, who, for those of you who do not know the description, he's literally a frog, human-sized frog. He's down there, wet skin, basically sweating out in this like forge area downstairs. You come in, and he just, hey, Rosario.
Hey, mind if I take my usual spot?
Go right ahead.
Okay. I think it should be finished today. He's gonna need it for what's gonna come up in the next few days.
I noticed you haven't been working in the past few days.
Mission, and then you might want to be off campus for a few days.
He gives you the squintiest eyes he can as a frog, and
There might be a lot of rebuilding.
he just keeps hammering on the thing that he's working on.
That's why you're one of my favorites. Not much to talk. I'll just get to do mine.
Cool. So I'm going to let you know that this counts as a physical activity. If you would like to work on this, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I passed.
Yeah, if you got above a 12, you're good.
I rolled a 12 plus 2.
Yeah, okay. So you don't have any detrimental effects from working on this. You managed to pace yourself slow enough. You're not being too exertive. Anything that needs heavily hit, Professor Cloud helps you out with. So with that, we got Avo, we got Rosaris. Glenn, what are you doing today?
I guess Gwen is making arrows and finding stuff to make arrows.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think that this necessarily needs to be roleplayed out, but I'll let you describe to us the process of what Gwen's doing. I'm assuming this is like a nice little alone time activity. You got your mind on something, you're a little distracted, but, guide us through Gwen's process here. Give us some insight.
She'll go find some like nice wood in the woods. And she might either like hunt some birds like hawks or something for like their feathers. And maybe instead of buying like arrowheads, she might go to Thatch and see if he'll help her make some.
He offers to, if you want to pay for them, to help make some out of metal, just because there's a lot of scrap metal that they end up not using, so he could theoretically just like make a bunch of little arrowheads in the next day or so. But they do have to buy anything that's not for a class project.
Okay.
So yeah, how many do you want to get?
Good question. 50?
50? Okay. I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it like standard price is 1 gold piece for 20 arrows?
Oh my god, I don't know.
I think that's right. We're gonna just go with that. So it'd be like 2.5 gold pieces. Cut that in half.
Okay.
He says if you give him a gold piece, that'll be enough to cover, what he'll have to pay for to get out of the smithing area.
Or maybe, right, 2 gold pieces. And your good old classic snack and foot rub. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too.
The tried and true snack
He's
and foot rub discount.
Getting all the foot rubs.
I can do
man
it during
knows
our
what he's
next,
doing.
our next goblin language session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sound good.
Sure. Yeah.
You want a specific snack? You just want me to bring whatever?
Give me jerky.
Okay.
Maybe salt.
All right. Yeah. That works.
All right, I'll get that done for you. God, what?
Great
is it?
doing business with you.
Yeah, he shakes your hand. He's sweaty. He's been working hard. He's like, God, I'm gonna start a business.
Wait, what's with my group? What's going on with my group?
Do you think they tax this sort of stuff? Am I supposed to be paying taxes if I'm performing services for other people?
Where's the
I
school
would
auditor?
say
I'm not
no.
gonna even ask, because if I ask and I learn that I'm supposed to, then suddenly I'm in the
Just say no.
Cool.
We're not doing that.
Great.
You can evade taxes. It's fine.
Cool. I'll get it to you tomorrow night. You'll have plenty.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
He heads off to work. From there, I'm gonna just open it to you guys. Today, tomorrow, the whole time. What scenes do you guys have planned? What are you getting done? Again, I'll let you guys just kind of go in your own little pace here.
Yeah, what's Leo doing? Is he still partying with Marcel?
Yeah, I guess we're still part. What time is it
yeah,
now?
yeah,
I
we're
mean,
partying. Woo,
You
cannon.
guys can pass time however you would like. Again, in downtime, it's sort of fluid. So if you want to say, I don't have anything else until the next day, go ahead. It is just whatever scenes you guys want to do, whoever you want to talk to before all of this happens.
Yeah, Marcel and Leo are definitely gonna keep partying. They're gonna party like there's no tomorrow because there might not be. Well, I mean, it might not be the day after, but everybody put in.
So
I'm
anyone
going
else
to go
need to
and
do?
visit Celia.
You're going to visit Cilia?
Mhm.
Yeah, you swing by Beren Tower, I'm going to say that same day. Just kind of in between classes where you know that she frequents, during the lunchtime. She is in Baron's Tower as she is most of the time, reading by a window. She's got a plate of food on a chair beside her, and she is sitting there munching on stuff as you come in. Neither of the Barons are here, but she is.
Hi, Celia.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I'm just wondering if I could have a sending scroll at all, if that's alright. I'll pay for it if you need to. Or you could send a message for me.
No, I mean, we have plenty of scrolls. Here, I'll tell you what, to save this problem from having to happen anymore, did you guys already use the one that I gave to the Great? I don't remember who took it, but I thought y'all had one. But if you want, I can just let you copy one into your spellbook if you have the time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. Here, come over here. She guides you back to some of the bookshelves behind Baron's desk. She grabs a scroll and gives it to you, and she pulls out the ink, and she's like, so listen, if you don't have the money for it, it's fine. Baron's not going to be upset, especially with the things considered. But be my guest, go ahead and add this, and that way you don't have to, ask for it. It's perks of being a wizard.
Lovely, thank you. Yeah, I'll start doing it.
Yeah, so you're sitting in Baron's office for probably a couple of hours. Celia has to leave to go to class at some point, but you are in there working diligently, copying the scroll down. What are the times? I mean, you're playing the wizard. I'm assuming you're gonna know. I should know because it's my favorite class. But how long does it take for a level 3 spell?
Yeah.
I want to say it's 1 hour per level. I could be wrong. But
Yeah, so it's 1 hour, 10 GP for each level of the copied spell, so it'll be 3 hours.
Yeah, so you're in there for just a little bit. Actually, we were wrong. You are Order of Scribes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes 6 minutes.
Whoa.
So Celia watches you as you snap your fingers and your quill appears, and you
Yeah.
take it, you dip it in the ink, and then as you sort of move over the page, it begins literally just like filling itself in, and all of these arcane runes and writing that most people don't understand fills the page as the sending spell solidifies in your book. The scroll crumbles into dust and wisps away as the magic is transferred over. And Celia is just watching this with like an apple in her mouth, and she's just like, dude, holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of. It's just not many people specialize in that area. Props to you. No wonder you and Beren get along so well.
Yes. Some people are dumb.
Some people. Most people. But yeah, enjoy. Go use it as much as you want. It's yours now. You don't have to ask me for permission.
Cool. I'll leave the tower and then cast sending, and I'll say, "Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Need a little experiment. Have you got a jewel encrusted mug that I could borrow for a little bit? Got to be worth 1,000 gold. No reason." Yeah.
You send that out, and you don't get any responses immediately, but about 30 or so minutes later, I'll let you decide who you sent it to. Did you send it to Mom or Dad?
Mum.
You hear a reply back that's just, "Hey, love. Hope you're enjoying school. Yes, we have a spare. I will have it sent later today. Come home and visit when you can."
I'll send another message back saying, "Thank you."
With that being said, you have one on the way. It should get to school in a couple hours.
Wait. I'm done.
All right.
Marcel and Leo are playing Eldritch Blast darts in the bar, so that's how drunk we are.
Hell yeah.
Just telling you how far we're going. Like, yeah, warlocks.
David, I'd love for you to canonize this right now. Do you and Marcel spend
Marcel, the great
the great wizard.
March nemesis.
Do you guys spend the majority of the day like drinking, having fun, and just kind of having a good time? I guess relaxing before a very stressful event. I don't want to put it in a negative light.
I want to say for like the better part of the morning, we would be. But I think Leo's gonna leave after that.
You get just a little day drunk. You guys have a great time chilling in the not bar. At this point, it is basically like a restaurant.
Marcel's treating like a bar. He's like, "There's a dartboard right there."
He requested to have the dartboard brought out because they put it out in the mornings. Yeah, I'll say same thing. We got Lucian doing a couple things. What else do you guys have planned? It doesn't have to be today, but at some point I'm going to go ahead and transition to tomorrow if you guys want to ask anything. So Rosarius is working on his thing. Lucy got that. Glenn is making arrows. Marcel is drunk. Leo is drunk. A little bit less.
I'm gonna go look for Leo, if that's good.
Yeah, sure. I'd say after scouring campus for a while, you find him where you seldom find him, which is in Nura House, one of the most social places on campus.
Leo? What?
No.
Oh, sorry, I won't hit you.
It's okay.
Oh.
You guys been here this whole morning?
Yeah.
There are mugs and mugs of ale on the table.
I want to say that
You're all my friends, you know that?
he forced me to do this.
You know you're like so much bigger than him. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to when it comes
Right. He's very persuasive.
How drunk are you?
Not as drunk as he is.
Unsafe.
Okay. And I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna like sit down at a stool next to Leo and be like, okay, I have like a actual question I'm gonna ask you, and if you're too drunk, then I guess this is just gonna be pointless, but whatever. When you healed Lysilda, is that something you can do? Can you actively bring people back from the dead? Is that a permanent
I
thing?
believe no. I think that was a one-time thing. It's what
It is a one-time thing.
initiated that pact.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think that if I were to do it again, it would be asking for more help from him.
Or you'd be taken over like before.
Right.
but we don't want that. All right. Well.
Taking over someone's weird.
Oh.
True.
Hey, what's your
What's your-
passive insights?
Let's look.
17.
17.
Nice. Especially Leo, you were just sitting here talking to Marcel. Suddenly his entire demeanor has sort of shifted, and it's almost like the drunk is all gone, and so is all of the fun Marcel personality. And now he's just sitting at one of these bar stools, just kind of blank expression, very serious.
I'm gonna snap my fingers in front of his face.
It's kind of annoying. Would you want me to snap at you?
If you were Marcel, you already would have.
Fair point.
So, what's your name?
Chimerical. The great
Eh.
lord of the seven skies.
Do you just come out whenever you want?
But yes, he put on the mask. My headdress.
Ah.
He inserted my own will into him. It's a
Okay.
trap for thieves.
All right.
Okay, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad, how evil are you? Because we've got a lot going on right now.
Guys, how you doing? Whoa, you're
Marcel.
close.
Oh.
Do you remember what just happened?
Yeah, it was like okay. Ever like go in a fog, right?
Sure.
Okay, you go inside a fog. It's kind of hard to see, but you know you're there. But then you can see someone else holding like a lantern, right? Or like a light. And you try to get closer and closer, but you're just so focused on the lantern that everything else doesn't even see it. You get hit by something, and that's what I feel.
So that just sounds like being drunk.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So are you okay with this whole time
Ordeal?
thing? Do we need to worry about this in the next 2
No,
days?
no, he's cool. All he does is like make me do homework and
Oh, he might actually be good then.
make me face my reality a lot.
Well, that is good.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Grabs a nail. Ah.
I'm gonna slap Leo on the back. Well, you get to deal with this. I have to go do a whole lot more studying than I was planning on doing.
Right. I'm going to actually get him back to take a nap or something, and then I will join you all soon. Where are you guys headed?
I'm headed to the library because I need to learn an entirely new spell that I have had no practice with.
Be a warlock, you gain stuff.
I'm not going to be a warlock.
Yeah, it's a bad choice.
So I'll be there for a few hours, but then I don't know. I'm assuming we're probably going to meet up at some point to decide what's going on. Fine Rosaris, he usually seems to get everybody in one place.
Sure. All right, let me get Marcel back to take a nap or something.
Okay, good luck with that.
All right, we'll see you later.
Darkness! He surrounds himself in darkness.
I'm gonna leave, and I'm heading to the library.
Okay. I will say it sounds like Leo's doing it. Celia also pops up after classes today, which I believe it's Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. She eventually sort of talks to each of you and says, like, hey, I have an update from Beren. We should meet tonight, go over some details, hash out the plans. Where do we want to meet? Cool, Beren Tower it is. See y'all there.
I don't know. Who is she asking?
I mean, she was
Good question.
all of you guys.
Pops up everywhere.
Yeah.
On it.
I split myself in 6 pieces, like Stockholm Jutsu.
Yeah, how many simulacrums did they
Yeah.
make?
Jeez.
Of Celia, 0. But, no, I mean, she finds each of you and she says, like, hey, we need to meet and go over details tonight. Whatever you guys are doing, come to Beren Tower. We'll talk about it. Beren will be there after classes. Got some planning to do. Go over in the details soon.
To the moon, that's where we'll go. Right, Leo?
Yes, let's get you back home to take a nap real quick.
All right.
The moon cult will get you.
In the 6 to 8 hours between, right before lunchtime, I guess, and that night when you guys are going to meet up with Beren, anybody have anything that they're doing?
I either want to talk to him before everyone gets there or stay after to talk to him.
Sure. I'll let you decide which one you want to do, whether you want to show up early or stay late.
I could... I'll show up early.
Before we get to that, anybody else doing anything during that time?
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I'd probably still be slaving away at the smithing.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and give me your smithing tools check? If you succeed on it by, I'm going to say more than 5, the DC is, 13 for smith?
Yeah.
If you succeed by more than 5, I'll say you get done before this meeting. Actually, you can make 2 checks because you're working on it enough today to justify 2 different sessions.
One's a 9, one's an 18.
18.
So the 18.
Celia comes by. She eventually finds you in the Parkins building, a little bit after lunch, and she sees you there working, and she lets you know, like, hey, Beren Tower tonight, probably around when it gets dark, so 7, 8 o'clock. You manage to finish up with like a 30 minutes to an hour to spare. You get the armor set finished, cleaned, fastened, everything together, and you are just in time.
Okay, yeah, and then before we get to the meeting, I'll have my armor off.
What?
That being said, if that's it, Ava, you show up to Beren's Tower, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before you guys are supposed to meet. At this point, getting closer into the night, some clouds roll over, there's like a light rain happening, the occasional distant, like, little crack of thunder. So you walk in, take your hood off, and Beren calls up to you from his office, and he says, come in.
Hi, Professor Beren.
Hello, what can I do for you? You are a little early, the rest of your party's not quite here yet.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, maybe get some advice, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely, I believe I am fit to give some, sure.
You probably are very fit to give this kind of advice. So, I was thinking about the battle coming up. and all the options that I have. And everybody else has other options. All I have is my daggers, my sword, and my bow. Everybody else in my party can do magic. They can use magic. But I can't. And ever since I got here, I have been trying my hardest to be able to use it. I've gotten the books and I've done everything that it has told me to do. I've focused and I said the words and I did the motions and I have the components and nothing happens no matter how hard I try. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is there a way that you can see if there's something wrong with me? Am I just not capable of doing magic? Should I give up on this?
Ava, let me first of all amend your statement. You, as well as any living person, are capable of casting magic. That is one of the core tenets of the wizard department, is that logistically anyone can do it, even if some are not as fit as others. Apparently Loomis is trying to recruit some of our warlock students, and though I understand the overlap, it is not 20. Here, he, ruffles through some of his bookshelves and he finds a little scroll. He pulls it up, and it is a cantrip scroll of control flames, I believe, is a cantrip. He gives it to you, you read over it, you can read the title, and then there's a lot of runes, and it has the instructions for the motions that you have to perform. Yes, torches lit all around this office. He points to one of them on the wall by a window, and he says, "Go ahead and attempt to cast this. If your channeling the magic is successful, the scroll will be used. If there is an issue before you were even able to access the magic, we'll know."
Hey, I'll give it a try. And then she'll try.
Go ahead, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, that's a 19.
You look at the scroll, you follow the hand motions, you focus on the little torch that's on the wall. You feel a little bit of this energy wash through you. You go to move your hand, and that energy sort of culminates in your hand and then fades and disappears.
See? Fail every single time.
He holds up a finger and he points towards the paper in your hand that is now crumbling into ash and disappearing.
What did I do wrong?
It appears you did not do anything wrong. It appears you, by all accounts of the scroll, cast the spell.
But nothing happened.
Stand still. He waves a hand in front of you, and you watch this kind of translucent white wave wash over you, and then you can't see it, but Beren sort of, his eyes shift down. What all magic items do you have on you?
I have the cloak. I have those greaves that I bought. Yeah, those are all. And
cool.
Then
he
yeah.
looks at the cloak, looks at the greaves, and then looks at the ring on your hand. And he says, "Would you mind setting your cloak, your boots, and your ring on the table for me?"
All right. She'll take off the cloak and the boots, and then she'll try to take the ring off.
On that 19 Arcana, you start to take the ring off, and then suddenly, as it gets to your knuckle, it doesn't feel like a physical force that's stopping it from coming off, but you keep trying to pull it, and it just doesn't move.
I have to admit, I've never taken this off. I was told never to take it off. Maybe it's stuck? She's like...
You were told?
Yeah. The church gave it to me to stop the nightmares that I was having. And they said if I took it off, that everything would come back, and I mean, I was getting beat up over the nightmares, so I didn't want that.
Understandable. Would you like me to take it off for you?
Is there a reason I'm taking it off? Because I kind of am afraid of what happens after with, the nightmares and stuff.
I can investigate your cloak and your greaves there, but I don't think that they are the issue. I have a feeling that one of your magical items is sort of preventing you from channeling magic properly. It's letting the magic go through you, but not release and culminate. And if you're not able to take off your ring, that is my best guess.
Are you able to get it off of my finger?
I could figure out how.
Because my idea is... And then I take out my dagger.
We could sever the finger, remove it, and then have one of the clerics heal it back on. Shouldn't be an issue. Or you could let me try a remove curse spell and see if that takes any effect on it. Just a thought before we jump to any quick decisions.
You think that this ring is cursed when they gave it to me to help me my whole life? You're saying that they lied to me?
I do not wish to speak ill of where you come from, but people in power often do so.
They always told me never to lie, that we don't lie, that lying is bad.
I think the situation speaks for itself. If you choose to have enough faith in your home to not look into this, I could appreciate that. It's admirable. But that faith is not well shared by many here.
I want to know the truth. If you can get this off of my finger, preferably quick. A few hours maybe, do you need?
It would take me less than a minute.
Oh, good. And then I hold out my finger.
As you are holding your hand out, he pulls up his spell book, which kind of floats beside him. It flips through some of the pages, and then it ends on you read it upside down, and it says remove curse and the title along the top. He puts one hand under yours, puts his other hand on top of your hand, and sort of begins to push, and then you feel this very strong resistance around this ring as it is contracting and moving a little bit, and then you feel almost a sort of snap after about a minute, where the ring just falls off your finger and clatters onto the desk. He says, well, if you'd like to try again, I have plenty of scrolls that you could use. He produces another one.
She's gonna immediately take it. She's angry. She's gonna angrily cast the spell.
You hold up the scroll, you angrily do the hand movements again. At this point, you already remember them from last time. And as you move it, you feel that same energy that washed through you last time jump out to the torch that's on there. And then the flame leaps into your hand, and you are holding it. It's not burning. And Beren gives a little tiny clap. He says, see, look, you can cast magic.
She is extremely angry. She's not even talking to him or looking at him. She's just staring at the flame in her hand.
At this point, the rest of you start filing in. Who would get there, a little early? I know for a fact Lucian would, but who else would be in that sort of, 5 to 10 minute early range?
Leo.
I would try to be, but I'm probably running late because of the armor and everything.
Yeah.
Marcel will be there with Rosarius, hey, how you doing, man?
Leo and Lucian, you guys walk in. Celia's walking with you, talking about how, Beren has a lot of things to give you guys, to tell you. We need to figure out who are we going to have revive people, who's going to need revived, to put it lightly. You guys walk up the stairs, and you guys see Ava sitting there holding a little bit of fire, just ever so slightly off of her hand, holding it in her palm, which, Lucian, you immediately recognize. You're like, oh, that's a control flames.
I don't know if you can cast spells, Ava. I mean, it's a pretty
Her
basic
head.
spell, but it's still cool.
Her head snaps at them and she just squashes the flame in her hand and glares and doesn't say anything.
I think you pissed off.
Lucy just called you basic.
What just happened?
You gotta watch what you say.
She's so mad.
Did she learn
Celia
more?
keeps walking almost like this does not surprise her at all. She walks around, gets her stuff set up over by Beren's desk, pulls up a chair, sits down, and just kind of, normal thing, no shock. And at this point, the rest of you guys probably start filing into joining in the tower. We'll say that all of you are here after a couple minutes of that initial shock of Ava casting a spell. Lucy, and you're kind of scanning her up and down. You guys all gather around, and Beren looks at you all and he says, "So, anybody want to tell us how their day has been?"
Great.
We know, Marcel.
It's been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I got some stuff done, so that's good.
And Leo turned pink.
Leo, I think you're blushing.
Big time.
That was an awkward conversation we had to have this morning.
That's not.
I think I've got something, and I'll lay down the Hero's Feast scroll on the table.
Yeah,
And
which
then
I'll
we'll
also
roll.
say, just a couple of hours ago, Mr. Glean came to find you, and you kind of recognize him. He's just kind of the res life person at the school, and he found you earlier, said that you had a package that came in, and he put "came in" in quotes, and he tells you that, hey, this thing just kind of showed up here on campus, and it had your name on it, and someone brought it to school, so...
I'll open it up.
Yeah, it's a box, and it has a beautiful silver chalice with multiple blue sapphires decorating around the inside. And there's a little note inside the chalice that just says, "Anything for our boy. Wish you were home studying with us, but glad to see you putting magic to use." None.
I'll lay down the jewel encrusted thing, and I'll lay down the scroll and say to everyone, "This is going to help us against this Fey creature. It's we'll be immune to poisons. Everyone know what immune means?"
I glare at him again.
Yes.
Everyone
I
knows what
feel
it
like
means.
some weird tension in the room right now. What's going on?
Oh, I could answer that question pretty easily. Rosaris, would you mind giving us your opinions on the Church of Kararn?
Ava's head snaps to Rosaris.
They're using
Nothing.
they're using what Leo's church did to bribe, corrupt, and take over as much land, as much cities as possible, and they're just going to continue abusing their power until they get what they want.
That's okay. Never mind.
Not your church, Leo. The Church of
No,
Kararn.
okay.
Your church couldn't take over one city; you had to burn it instead.
I hate you.
I know.
That's not the first time we heard that today.
Well, I guess we should get down to business. I was talking with Celia earlier, and I'm glad that you are all on the same page about how to go about solving the problem. You will have tomorrow to make any final choices you want to make before jumping into this. Who knows how dangerous it could be. Whether or not you want to invite people to aid is up to you, but I will elect not to. I have even asked Celia not to participate, in which she kind of looks down at the ground, a little visibly upset, and he says, "The more people we have there, the more that could be caught in the crossfire. I have easily enough to help protect the 7 of you. That is all I plan to make. But if you guys would like to invite extra help, that will lay on your conscience, not mine." The biggest question at hand
Billy
is...
Castor.
Oh, I cannot speak ill of my students. I could, but I will not. The first questions at hand are, who are we going to have volunteer to become a sacrifice for this and later get revived? And then who are we going to have to revive them? Because again, anyone else that we invite incites an extra level of danger.
Were we going with the whole kill plot thing?
No, I thought we were just gonna fight them.
That's what we plan to do. We plan to sacrifice 3 people to summon the creature, use 1 ring to help us kill it, or 1 wish from the ring, and use another wish to break Tilanche's pact. Athira, you were the one who helped come up with the idea of we can revive the people after they've been sacrificed.
Well, sure, I threw that out there, but I didn't realize that's what we had landed on.
Well, if we're gonna change, now would be the time.
Well, do we have to use if we sacrifice people, does that mean we have a wish on the ring left over, or do we have to use the wish and sacrifice at the same time?
No, we would use the sacrifices as a means of summoning the creature. 1 wish to kill it, 1 wish to break Tilanche's pact. But I will let you know now,
And 1 ring to bind.
in some distant reference that I don't quite understand. Beren says, I will let you know now that the last time this all happened, trying to use the ring, the wish to kill the creature, at least at its full power, did not work. I figure we will have to wound it in some way first before it can take effect.
Again, I'm okay with sacrificing myself.
What about Leo's pact? Were we going to break that somehow?
Well, if we kill the creature...
Who will kill the pact?
What's going to happen to me when we summon the creature?
I'm excited to find out, as well as anxious.
Same. Don't worry, Leo. I'll be there to help you.
Do we have a way to resurrect 3 people?
Well,
You're fine.
I have this book in my arms. I've been studying because apparently druids can actually do this. But I only have enough resources to do it twice. I would need another diamond. And
Do we have
that
diamonds in that thing?
we only have 2. We already used 1 of them to bring Lysilda back.
No, in those headbands, what was it? Was that a diamond or was it something else?
So it was a diamond.
Ah! Well, and then she'll take out the headbands. Solved your problem. I'll even give you an extra for free. And then I'll give you headbands.
Cool. How many is that? Total?
2, right?
Extra
2
2 diamonds.
two.
Give me a just any intelligence-based check with advantage. It could be history or investigation. It doesn't matter to me. It could even be nature if you really wanted to.
The nature of diamonds.
Can it be persuasion? Can I persuade it to tell him how to work?
persuade everything.
I'm a warlock, man.
Marcel is like, rolled a hit. Can it be persuasion? Can I persuade them to stand in?
Well, I mean, I'm already hexblade, so that's what we do.
It basically is.
I rolled a 17.
17. You get the strong feeling that those diamonds you got from the crypt easily worth enough to cast the spell. The ones in the headbands, you'd probably have to use both of them together to cast it once. And in doing so, also just your knowledge about magic, removing the gems from them would also take disenchanting them, which would take all day tomorrow.
Thank you. We have another small problem, though.
What?
I'm very new to magic at this level, and I'm just not sure. I'm not confident that I'll be able to do it more than
I believe in
twice.
you. I believe in Darice.
Well,
I've never even done it once.
if you don't do it more than twice, then somebody just dies. Is that motivation enough?
I mean,
Athira,
somebody else.
that shouldn't be an issue tomorrow. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is, again, with me choosing not to invite anybody of my own volition, the assistance that I plan to offer you guys, whether it be your health, your magic, your abilities, those will all be quite heightened. You will be able to cast quite a few more spells than you normally are capable of.
We'll get another spell slot?
Oh, what?
Spell slot.
It's a slot where you can put your spells in.
Just throwing out there.
Why do you think we have scabbards? Come on, man. In here, I thought you were a professor of magic.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit between when we sacrifice a third person? Can we sacrifice 2 people, resurrect them, take a rest, and then sacrifice a third person?
I mean, hypothetically, when Lysilda was killed, the part of the ruin lit up, and it stayed lit up until we destroyed it, so...
Yeah.
This is true.
What?
So we would
I will also...
only need to sacrifice... If we... Beren thinks for a second, he says, if you would be willing, we could sacrifice 2 people tomorrow. You guys could rest, get healed up, and get ready, but the third person, someone has to go into the fight. Very... setback.
I'm already hurt. I'll do it.
I don't know if that is the wisest option.
I don't think so.
I think it makes more sense, and you can pop in, Leo. But I think you should, because what happens if once we release it, it will have some kind of control over you. That you'll be as tired as you possibly can get. So you'll already be in a disadvantage. So you're not going to be that big of a deal to maybe tie you up.
No, you're right.
I also
I
don't
was
want
actually
to put
thinking-
our healer out
But-
for the fight.
Yeah, but we're dealing with the person who created this pact. We could be facing the possibility that he might just be compromised.
I mean,
Okay, when we bring him back up, what's the difference?
well,
gonna be
but
compromised.
there's the
the
point
guy
that
who-
if he's compromised, and I bring him, if I revivify him, and he's taken over by whatever this thing is, he's not going to be very well. We can just knock him out. But if he's fine, I can give him some healing. Rosarius, you can give him some healing, and then he can heal himself, and then he's good.
Right. I was already on the list.
So Marshall, Rosarius, and Leo.
Well, since I assume patrons usually do deals with, like, souls, maybe, what if when Leo dies, his patron, like, has possession of his soul because he's dead?
Right, and I didn't fulfill my pact.
Hmm.
And then what if we can't get Leo back because of that?
Well, that's why we destroyed a creature.
But what if we
It's
don't?
not really interested. And
What if something goes wrong?
I thought we already understood that it's not really interested in souls. It's interested in death. It just needs 3 people to die. No, it doesn't need the 3 souls.
I'll only bring up the soul thing because, like, it's its patron. I feel like that's different.
Yeah, she's not meaning the spell thing, but the failure to fulfill the pact.
Yeah.
Since Leo, you don't know what you promised, right?
Right. As far as I know, I didn't agree to anything.
But you agreed to something.
Right.
Okay, then who else? If that's not a good option.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be the most less useful with this fight, so I don't mind being the last person.
Ah, but I promised you I'd give you 6 seconds to talk to the creature. You can't do that if you're down.
Rosarius, come on. There's no time for that.
No, I'd like to talk to the creature. True.
I don't want to die. Even if you can bring me back, I don't want to die.
That's fair. Well, Gwen, should I kill you?
Yeah, you're the one who got Leo out. Yeah, I guess you're in.
I mean, I'd really rather not.
Is it short straw time? Take short straws.
We could bring somebody along who's not going to participate in the fight.
Tilanche.
Who,
You think someone will willingly sacrifice them?
This is all for Tilanche, right?
It's not a horrible idea. If we free her from her first pack, well, but then do we run into the same issue as Leo?
We'll probably run into the same with Leo. And also, I don't want her to be compromised. She might be even more fearsome than Leo.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could.
I guess I'll sacrifice myself.
Do we even know?
I would hate to suggest it, but might I add that there are others who are involved in this situation who would most likely want to help.
Okay, bring in John, Luke, Armin, and Billy Castor.
who did you have in mind, Professor?
I didn't have a specific person, but surprisingly Marcel was quite on the nose. Uriman, when he came to, was very distraught when I told him what had happened, and he seemed very upset with himself, even though the fault was obviously not his. But perhaps if you wanted to seek him out and find him and talk to him, he might feel some sort of closure from helping and being able to give himself back, since he was at one of the causes of this.
Alright, I'll convince him.
Persuasion.
We met each other before. He was a really cool dude. I think he understands the mission. We both do.
So are we saying he's the third and final?
Most likely.
I think that makes sense.
I think I am in a weird position, but okay with that. The last thing, Thera, did you want to volunteer yourself to be the one to resurrect us, the people, back from, being sacrificed?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one who can do it in our group.
Marcel's like putting his hand over Professor Beren.
So,
Okay. How would you kill us? Like, how would that work? Like, will it be like a guillotine? Will it be like arrow firing squad? Will it be lethal injection by poison that Thera
feel like
has?
that choice lies to the people who are being sacrificed.
Okay. Giant gold gorilla. Just want that to land on me.
Marcel, we do not have that.
Okay, well.
But if you'd like me to drop something on you, I can.
Okay. Can you make it like the shape of a giant gorilla? I read that in one of my books, and they look really interesting.
I will see.
Yes.
I think I can do that with Major Image.
So it's like a boulder, but make it a gold gorilla.
Then drop an anvil on them and pretend that they've already done that.
Marcel is our first. Who will be our second for tomorrow?
I'll do it.
Great.
Fireball. Death by fireball. That sounds.
If I can just do it myself. It's perfectly fine.
Fine by me. Would you guys prefer to do that tonight, or would you want to do it tomorrow? I feel like if we do it tonight, it gives you more time to recover. And
Yeah, tonight would be good. I'll talk to Armin.
Orman is waiting until we summon, correct?
Marcel Rosaries, if you wish to do this, we could go tonight, and the others could go talk to Orman and fill him in. Let me know.
Okay, guys, remember, he's a dude. He's a bro, so talk to him in bronese.
Oh, and Aethera, if you could, his axe is in the bag of holding still. You might give that back to him.
Actually, you should give it back to him. That's a good, parlay gift.
Yeah.
So am I... Professor, are you handling the resurrecting them tonight, or do I need to come along?
I suppose that is a good point. I wouldn't want to ask someone else to participate in this and watch me murder students. Yes, if you could come along, that would be ideal.
I could ask the nurse, but I don't think she'd be happy with me.
She's already mad at you.
I
Do
don't
no
want
harm.
to involve any other staff in this.
Okay.
Again, we are murdering students and sacrificing them.
The student cleric might be willing to kill me, actually.
But will he bring you back? That's the problem.
Possibly not.
I'll take Ormum's great axe out of the bag of holding and hand it to Leo. Here.
Oh,
I'm noticeably struggling to hold it as I'm trying to.
Oh, and John Luke's sword is also in there. Could you give that back to him as well?
Oh my word, this is too much. You pull it out.
Okay, I'll just pull it out and toss it to Marcel.
Oh,
How
wait.
do you guys lift these things everywhere?
Get used to it.
Oh, look, Rosari's so happy.
Marcel, who do you pass the sword to? Obviously, if you're giving it back to John Luke, kind of have to.
Yeah, I gotta be alive. He will give it to Leo, because Leo's nice.
Leo has all the weapons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leo.
That's so weird.
Leo, speaking of giving you things, I'm gonna reach in my backpack and I'm gonna give you some splint armor.
Nice.
You want to describe how it looks for us?
Yeah. So it starts with the shoulders look like thunderclouds, and along your right arm on that splint plates look like blue lightning bolts that go down, and there's 3 of them, and they connect sort of at your fist, and then along the left side, words in the blue that kind of look like lightning bolts, and they sort of spell out different Cortan texts and things like that, and then right under your forearm is that prayer that you repeat pretty often.
So pretty sick looking armor. It's just the test piece, which will still upgrade you to splint mechanically. But like Zach said, it has underneath the sort of metal fittings there's those blue. The best description I can think of is those resin tables that are half wood, half resin. It kind of looks like that, where there's a little bit of a glow to it if you shine a light on it, and it's thin little lightning bolts jolting down, coalescing sort of on the back of your hand, where there's a not a star, but all of them strike the same point right there, and there's a little bit of a light, just decorative.
So yeah, here's that for you. You owe me 75 gold at some point.
Right.
So,
No.
So yeah, just whenever you get a chance and your arms aren't full.
I don't know what to say, Rosaris. This is gorgeous.
Just a reminder of whose you are going into this fight.
What?
You're Cortean, not some warlock. You're a cleric.
Thank you,
A good cleric.
Rosaris. I would hug you, but
You smell like alcohol. I'm perfectly fine.
I'll hug you, Leo. Marcel, hug Leo.
Thank you.
With that being said, Beren starts to sort of get you guys to disperse. Leo, I'm assuming the others there help you carry the 2 big weapons and the set of armor that you just got. But he takes Rosaries, Athira, and Marcel. You guys travel through campus to get to Tilanche's portal. And then Ava, Leo, Lucy, and Gwen, you guys go out on campus to try to find Orman and John Luke. We will take a break right there, and we'll pick up on that here in just a couple minutes.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. 3, 2, 1. Team.
A spell.
You forgot to learn a spell.
I forgot.
Study session.
That's the most Gwen thing to come back to.
So next time I ask what you guys are doing over the course of the day, Gwen's going to learn a spell is what I'm hearing.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, let's pick back up. You guys are in Baron's office. The 4 of you who are going out back onto campus, Gwen, Lucy, and Ava, Leo. He kind of tells you guys, Celia will be here if you guys have questions. She wants to help in any way that she can. She seems a little, almost like disappointed that she's not coming with you guys to help, but Beren very clearly said that he doesn't want her there. Rosaries, Athira, Marcel, Beren takes you guys and you go to the North Tower to Tilanche's office. And I would like for, let's do Jambo and Juan. Just give me a flat D20 roll. Let's see which group they're doing first.
I thought you were about to ask for an initiative score, and I was like, do not pick me. That's not fair.
Lucian, it gets more head trauma. I don't know.
I got a 16.
For the first group, you guys go to Tilanche's office. Beren, on the way there, explains to you guys that he reached out to Tilanche. He's agreed to hold off on everything until the end of the 3 days. Beren is making sure of that. We're using her teleporter, so we're good. He takes you guys there. You teleport through. You go back to the outside of Pulsar. You are in that basement area. Beren, with a higher level spell than you guys are probably capable of casting, moves all of the stuff out of the way and arranges some of the wood to almost help form stairs to get up to make it easier for you guys. You walk up and out, starry sky overhead, ruins of Pulsar way off in the distance. And just around you guys is a pretty, moderately sized village. You're kind of just in this nice little neighborhood. And Beren looks around and he says, well, I figure the safest place for us will be out here. We have some cover from the houses. We have the terrain. He motions to a couple of the just rocky, almost like small little cliffs that are underneath some of the sand. The broken down houses with parts of their walls destroyed or sand covering a part of the floor. He looks around and he says, well, if you guys will give me just a few minutes, I will get everything set up, recreate the magic circle, and we will go ahead and get started. So, spend this time how you will, under the effects of death on a mortal, or play checkers or something. I don't know.
Wait, how long is this going to take?
Creating the circle, maybe an hour. Killing each other, less than a minute.
I am pretty good at that.
He's bragging. Oh, I said Sadira.
you guys watch as Beren starts to sort of walk around and wave his hands very fluidly and gently, and then these rocks from the ground, from some of the buildings, like the stone foundations that they were built on, come and form a circle in between all of these houses in a nice little spot in the sand. And then he goes through, he has his notes with him where you guys brought him the magic circle stuff. Lucien drew it down, and he begins tracing through and creating this circle. You guys do anything while that's happening? You sit there and watch him, or play rock paper scissors?
Yeah, Marcel would talk to Athera. It's like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Being sacrificed for a being from a different world, dimension thing.
I imagine it must feel weird. Are you nervous? You're still good doing it?
I'm good.
Well, it's a good. I mean, it's not a great thing, but it's nice of
It's
you
not a great thing.
to be willing, I guess.
But make sure you're the one who take care of my sword.
Oh, well, is it gonna do your sword axe weird?
No, it would just be a sword.
Okay.
Just make sure it's like maybe ask someone to put it in a place where no one else can find it.
But you're only gonna be dead for not even a minute.
In case something happens. Just in case. I'm not saying you should just go through all my stuff and sell it. I know you've been looking at my silk shirts.
So you do admit there's more than one.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Yeah, I thought so.
I am going to die. Might as well share some secrets.
Again, it's only for a minute.
Maybe. We don't know what happens with magic. Right, Rosaris?
You go to ask for me, and you can tell I'm just lost in thought. I'm kind of rubbing my wound, and I'm looking... Shorty, I'm not looking at Pulsar. I'm looking somewhere. I think it's northeast.
From your position, it would be straight east. So,
Straight
whereas
east.
you guys are sitting, you are here, Beren is slightly north of you guys, and way off in the distance are the roads of Pulsar. Rosaris is turned fully to the right, looking the other way.
I think he's not even paying attention. He's just sort of lost in thought.
I think we've lost him.
Marcel starts snapping his fingers in front of Rosaris.
Oh, what, Marcel?
Dear said we lost you. Right there?
Yes, that is what I said.
So I made sure that you're not lost. Because I'm always there to find you.
Thank you, Marcel. I was just reminiscing. Sorry.
I don't worry about it. We all have that time. Don't you reminisce, Athera?
No.
Yes, I suppose I do.
What do you reminisce about?
Home. But I'm sure everybody here does sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I reminisce about home a lot.
Yeah.
Beren occasionally glances up as you guys are talking. Not saying
Marcel, always different position.
He calls out to you guys. He says that, it's only a couple more minutes till he's done. If one of you wants to go ahead and get over here and start getting ready.
I'll go. Marcel grabs his sword, puts it down, grabs his shirts, fold them neatly, grab his pants,
No, Marcel, this is not.
take out his shoes, take out his socks. He is done. He
I think
walks
you're only
through it.
dead for a minute.
Beren glances up again and then casts a minor illusion of just a little extra covering for Marcel.
No, I was about to say Marcel casts darkness.
How am I supposed to see you? If I can't see you, I can't cast a spell.
Oh, when he dies, I'm assuming the spell is going to be...
Yeah, it'd be pretty obvious. I can't concentrate when I'm dead.
Or you can concentrate forever.
All right.
Also, it's not minor, it's major illusion of hype with what's going on there.
at least for this one, I will describe it out. We don't have to roleplay every step
No.
of this, but Beren calls Marcel over. You stand sort of in the center of this little circle. He, using that spell from before, takes a big chunk of rock out of one of the cliffs and brings it over, and it's like a little bit bigger than you are. It's about 6 feet tall, 5 feet across. It's like a huge just chunk of rock. He cast a illusory spell over it, where to you it looks like a giant yellow gorilla. And he says, "All right, Marcel, are you ready to get this on?"
We are.
Beren looks over to Aethera, checks with you that you're ready.
Yep.
For the first one, he sort of covers his eyes a little bit and looks away, but he lifts the rock up, drops it on Marcel, who instantly dies as soon as it hits him. And it's not supposed to be funny, but it's so funny. It's just a splat. Like, the rock hits him on the head, knocks him down, and then he is just bleeding on the ground. And Baron's just like, quickly. Aethera, you rush over, you revivify him. Marcel, you take 3 points of exhaustion, and you are at 1 HP. And you also feel a very hard strain in your neck.
I'm gonna also cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level for him. So you get 26 health, Marcel.
Yay!
The
There.
wounds start closing up, your neck snaps back into place, the head wound starts closing. And Beren looks at you, he's like, "You don't have an accent now, do you?"
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
He shoos you away, calls you over Rosaries, and you stand in the center, and he says, "I believe you said you have this covered yourself."
Yeah, no need to kill 2 students in one night.
But we could have killed 2 students with 1 stone.
No.
That humor. It's always funny.
Beren turns away as you start.
I'll also just take off my shirt. And for
Yeah, sure. Pants off.
You'll say that for a second until you see all of the scars on his chest. You know the big one where that came from, but there are probably 12 to 20 deeper scars. And then he'll just take out Ghostblade and put it at the top of the most recent scar and just go down.
Yep. With a very quick motion, if you're watching or whether you turn away or not, Rosaries knows the body well enough, and if you're standing still, it's quite easy. You know, unspeakable things. Aethera, you walk over, revivify him. Rosaries, 3 points of exhaustion, 1 HP.
And I'll also Cure Wounds. Same
And another
thing.
scar.
26 for you as well.
Nice. Beren walks over and helps you up, Rosaries, and then you guys notice that 2 of the 3 green dots on this arcane circle have popped up with some light. They're just ever so slightly flickering, almost like a fire. You guys... Alright, at this point you're kind of shivering. It's cold out in the desert. Beren says, "Alright, let us return. You guys likely need some rest, and I need to prep for tomorrow. So, get some sleep."
Yeah, Marcel grabs his stuff and head to bed. Still naked.
Brings you guys back to class, and you guys head out.
Can I say something to Rosaries first? So I'm gonna turn. So if you wear your armor all the time, what are all those scars from?
They're proof and a reminder. They're from training. They're from fights. They remind me from where I started and how far I need to go.
Are you always so cryptic?
If you want to know, I've been training since I could wield a sword. And I was not always as bad as I am now. I was much worse when I first started.
Aethera, Athera starts speaking under common.
Speaks in
Good, I can speak that
Drake.
one.
Always this time of night.
Speaks in Drake runes.
I love that it's always that we say it's druidic, but it's like the most robotic sound possible.
I know, that's what's so funny about it.
As you guys are walking by, Beren hears Athera make that comment about Rosari's being cryptic, and he kind of leans to Marcel and he's like, you know, that's the good part about us arcane casters, is we get to cast spells to understand what people say. I comprehend languages prepared all the time.
I know, but here's a problem. I want them to be more open about themselves. Everyone in our mic group has so many secrets.
This is good. Asking questions is the first step.
Yeah. I revealed a lot to my friend Leo. And soon I'll reveal the rest to the rest of the group, because honestly, keeping all our secrets together is kind of stupid, and I'm getting tired of it. I think I deserve a little more answers here and there.
He helps guide Marcel down the stairs.
Marcel, I died too. I can have my secret.
Hey, I'm whispering!
You guys are walking down. I'll let you finish up the conversation if you guys want to.
No, Marcel's.
I mean, I'm good. I don't know what robotic Athera wanted to know.
I don't even. I think I just said that you can always get better. Something like that.
You could get better, man.
You can get better. I swear, I need to figure out what's going on with my internet at this time.
It's always in the perfect time.
It's always this time. Anyways, no, I'm good.
Good.
Athera, I'll explain it tomorrow if we can get the group together.
Okay.
With that, Beren teleports you guys back. And we swap gears. Our other half of the party. Gwen, Lucian, Ava, Leo. You guys disperse out of Beren Tower. A couple of things on your agenda. Leo, you said you have those personal things you want to attend to tonight at any point. And then all four of you have sort of been tasked by the other half of the party to return Jean-Luc's sword, Orman's battle axe, and talk to Orman and see what he's been talking about. Whether he wants to help or not. So, who's taking lead on here? Who's doing what?
I guess we can go talk to Orman first. We'll take Jean-Luc's sword and then talk to Orman.
Yeah, I'd say I'm not the best at these kind of things, so if you want to convince him,
Fuck.
you're better.
Doesn't Athera have all the stuff?
She gave it to you guys.
No,
Gave it.
but
Alright.
yeah.
That's what Leo was carrying.
Alright, let's go find Jean-Luc.
Yeah, the four of you head out. You go by Jean-Luc's room, which he calls it his floor because he thinks he paid enough to like have an entire floor to himself, but it's just that there are like a couple extra rooms on the floor. So you go up there, you knock on his door, solo room, and he just says, "Ha! Come in." You tried the
Okay.
you tried the door and it's locked.
All right.
Let's
Can you open the door?
Ha! Yes. He walks over, unlocks it, and opens it. He's sitting there in just as expensive clothes as Marcel, like a silk bathrobe. He has like a little nightcap on, little fuzzy slippers on his feet. And he says, "My friends, when that gleam of blitzball the other day, you did great.
Thank you. I really tried.
No Rosaries, I'm sorry for breaking his arm. I just get so passionate about blitzball."
No, that's alright. Things happen. Don't worry about it.
So, what can I do for you?
We're here to bring you your sword back.
Oh, I had not realized that it was gone. I have so many of them just lying around. And he motions back into his room where he has like a weapon rack of 10 of the exact same sword, but one is missing.
Oh my god.
He says, "Sure, I'll take it." He takes it from you, sets it back on the rack. He says, "You guys are my best friends."
We
I
are?
don't even know you.
That was very surprising.
Okay, well, guys.
Redhead, that's why you're my
Hold on.
favorite.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to
Alright.
bed now. And he walks out of the room, closes the door, and then walks across the hall to a different room and opens the door.
Wait, Jean-Luc.
What? Yes.
What's Redhead's name?
Huh?
What's Redhead's name?
I don't.
I don't know. Sometimes you give people weird names.
Your name is not Kieran.
I'll
Okay,
take
I mean
it.
you're right.
We'll call you
That
Kira.
is true.
Kira.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
He slowly opens
Is
the
it
door.
like-
No.
Is it like Kira or Kira? You know?
Oh
Yeah.
no, please.
He's peeking through the door at this point. He just goes,
No, wait.
Kira, and then shuts the door.
Is John?
So how's your day been, Kira?
Going so much better now, thanks. I really needed that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Muffled from behind the door.
Oh my god.
What can I
Go to
say,
bed.
except You're welcome.
You have like your ear pressed against the door. Come on.
What are
mate.
you doing?
No,
Have a little glass pressed up against it.
that's a nat 1 on deception for that.
Oh my god. Let's go.
All right.
Don't you have anything better to do?
Same building. You guys can go to Orman's room if you want.
All right.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Who takes lead on this?
I guess I can.
Go ahead.
Maybe. All right, let's get fun.
Go right ahead.
How do you approach the
Orman's
door? You
room.
go up and knock. You yell. What do you do?
I'm gonna knock.
You could yell.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you go up and knock, and you hear a voice from the outside. Just call out, "Who is it?"
It's Leo,
And Lucian.
and Lucian,
You hear
and Ava,
some
and Gwen.
footsteps hit the
Okay.
ground,
Didn't need to.
walk over.
Didn't need to say all that.
Why did you need to say that?
You
I'm
see
sorry.
Reggio open the door. He kind of glares you up and down and just says, "What do you want?"
Is Orman here?
He moves his head a little bit, and you see Orman across the room on his bed, and he sort of like peeks his head around, and Reggio leans against the door frame and he says, "Yeah, but why should I let you in? You and your friend over there, wherever you went, apparently thought it was such a funny idea to come in and charm me."
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh,
Why didn't you get it?
shit. That was, I didn't know he was going to do that, to be completely honest with you. And he's a prankster, It's always pranking people.
He grabs you by the front of your shirt and sort of like pulls you up a little bit, and then Hildegard walks past.
Oh, shit.
Are you two gonna kiss or something? What's going on?
Oh.
Yeah, why are you holding me?
He holds you up, and he kind of like, under his breath, very angry, obviously, he just says, "Well, next time, you should probably not steal someone's armor when they're an upperclassman. He could easily throw you out of a window."
I didn't steal your armor.
Whoa!
And he
The threats.
sets you back down. There's 4 of you here. He's not going to start anything. And he gives you a very polite, as he's closing the door, he just says, "Yeah, how about you and your whole group just go fuck yourself?" And he shuts the door.
Whoa! The fuck I did to you, mate? Come here. No, what I do? Come here.
Leo, say sorry.
No, well, I didn't do anything.
I don't
I'm just
care.
banging on
We
his
need
door.
Orman.
On that door with my fist.
Knock
You-
again.
You keep banging on the door. He swings the door open, and then you watch as he like reaches for his tattoo and pulls it out, and a dagger forms in his hand. And he's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, what I do? Why fuck me all of a sudden?
Because you're with him.
No, we're not with him. He's like,
They're not
go
with
away,
me.
Leo, go.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back
I mean,
a
a
little
second
bit.
ago it looked like you were about to kiss or something.
No, really? Guys.
Who just grabs someone's shit like that?
Oh, we just need to talk to Orman.
That gives tension.
Orman stands up and walks over to the door, and he's like, "Oh, I'll talk to her. It's fine." And Reggio sort of puts the dagger back on and says, "Fine, suit yourself." And he walks in. Ormond steps out into the hall and closes the door behind him. This dude is like, he's
fuck you, Reggio.
6'4".
You want to kiss and make up, Reggio?
Fuck you, Reggio.
You guys.
Ormond's standing there, almost like looking down at you guys, and he's got this very like somber expression on his face. He looks at you and he's like, So, I'm assuming that Beren talked to you, or Tilanche, one of the two.
Yeah, we need you to
Yeah.
die.
Wow, just
Okay.
You all need to leave.
Wow.
What is with
Wow.
like you guys
start
need to
punching
this on
people.
yourself at this point. That's not.
I wasn't.
Ormond
No.
looks a little
I was getting
shocked.
eased
No.
into it.
But
But
on the
he-
time limit, guys, we need to do this soon.
We'd like
Oh,
you to talk
no.
to Professor Beren about a situation.
No, I've already talked to Tilanche, and weirdly enough, Lucy and I was gonna suggest the same thing. I haven't gotten the opportunity to like apologize to Lucilda yet, but listen, Beren and Tilanche both explained it to me. I know what's happening. It'd be kind of stupid to not loop me in at this point. And I feel really, really bad about what I did to Lucilda, and Tilanche is in a bad spot. And if she needs 3 sacrifices, I could be one.
We'll bring you back.
Oh,
It's
done.
fine. You will.
Oh, I didn't. That's an
It's
option.
not a permanent thing. It's just.
You thought we were just gonna kill you?
No.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
What?
Do you need to go to like the counselor or something?
You don't
It's
deserve
fine.
to
He, like, pats you
die.
on the head, Gwen.
Okay.
And we brought your battle axe back, and I point at Leo.
Oh yeah. Here you are,
Oh,
honey.
thanks. He kind of takes it awkwardly, opens the door, and just sets it inside, and then closes the door. And he says, so what can I do? What do I need to do?
Well, you have to. We're not doing this until what, the 2 days? 2 days from now, or 1 day?
Thanks tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Oh, it's tomorrow.
2 days.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow.
2
No,
days.
no,
I thought
it's
so.
2 days.
Okay,
Nice.
so
No.
in 2 days, we have to. Well, you have to die in a certain spot.
Okay.
But
you can
then
choose how you die.
you can choose any way you want, and then Athera will bring you back
Any way I want.
anyway.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know
we
if you've
should
ever
give him
thought about that
option.
before.
We're not giving him
but-
that option. We're not giving that option. Don't give him that
Why?
option.
Why?
Look at him.
What do you mean by
I-
that, Leo?
I have 2 requests. The first one, I have 3 requests. The first one, if we can get it, I would love to be mauled by a giant magical animal. That sounds sick as fuck.
That's triggering, but okay.
Uh,
My bad. Second one, I feel like poison would be cool.
oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
Third one, if she's okay with it, if she wants to, I killed Lucilda. It'd only be fair for her to kill me.
Aww, that's kind of sweet.
Like in a morbid way.
Shut up, Leo.
He kind of leans over to Leo a little bit. And he's like, "Listen, dude, if I can tell you, some chicks dig that shit."
Noted.
Huh?
You know,
Huh?
keep that
What
in
did
mind
you say?
for next time.
What did I just hear? What I
Anything.
think I just heard.
That's my preference in order. If you find a giant magical animal, let me know. If not,
Mhm.
bring poison. If nothing else, someone can just stab me. Lucilda being an option. if she'd like
That's
to.
easy enough.
Oh, we can talk to her.
I'm glad you're so okay with this.
I've thought about it a lot. Beren couldn't fix my memories of what happened, but he described it as best he could. And Tilanche came clean about it. So, it wasn't
Oh.
me, but it
It wasn't you.
Right.
No, you were
No.
in
It was
control.
Tilanche. It wasn't.
Yeah.
This wasn't your fault. at all.
You wouldn't have done it if you were you. Right.
No.
Okay. So then there you go.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't
fine.
seem the type.
You don't know us anything.
Well, give me tomorrow. I guess I won't have to send the letters that I wrote if you guys are bringing me back, but I'll get everything ready. I'll tell my professors I won't be in class on Wednesday. Cool.
Cool.
Where do I need to meet you?
We should.
In the afterlife.
It's Tilanche's, right?
That's a good question.
Are we all meeting at Tilanche's?
Did any of you guys pay attention to that part?
I'll just wander around screaming for you guys.
Beren's.
That also works.
Or we could come back and get you, I guess. I don't know.
Just come. Get
Oh
me
yeah,
whenever.
yeah.
I won't be in class on Wednesday, so we'll do that.
Okay.
Well, hey,
Have you
What?
have you thought about counseling?
I might
all.
need it.
It's a pretty
I-
traumatic event
I
that
mean,
you've gone
so-
through.
Already suggest that.
You're a cleric, right? You do these things. We have the healing wing. Do we have like a healing wing, but for like in here?
Wait, what do you mean? What are you saying?
You can just talk to us.
For like in here?
Oh. Yeah, we're your friends.
Okay.
We were there.
Aww.
I wasn't.
Yeah, none of us hate you or anything like that. You weren't in your right mind. Or, I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing you could have done about that.
I get that. But no, I just normally I only get my emotions out like in training or blitzball. Love blitzball.
Yeah.
So I might have to sit down and like, talk to someone at some point.
Sure.
That'd be smart.
That's a good start.
Don't you guys?
Huh.
Isn't that one half elf who just gets drunk all the time in your party? I might talk to him.
Myself?
Sure.
He and I
He's
can have a
great to
drink.
talk to.
I always forget he's in half elf. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he does
Wow.
too. He ran around
Yeah.
one time claiming that he was an orc.
Mm.
I'm like,
So that sounds like him, yeah.
Lucian, are you half elf or a human?
He's a
Okay.
human.
He's a human.
Sometimes hard to tell. You got the long hair covering your ears all the time.
Yeah. I've got the digital troll line as well, so
Okay.
Cool.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go inside and I don't know. I might read. I don't do that very often.
Do you think you could tell Reggio to kind of lay off a little bit of, with Marcel and the group?
Yeah, fuck Reggie, yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
been going on about this armor set that got taken from our room. I wasn't here. I don't know.
I mean, it could have been anybody.
I
The
wasn't
door
here for
was
that.
wide open.
Give me
Not
a
that I
deception check.
Know that.
Or-
Oh,
Does
shit.
Ava know the armor was stolen? I think you guys told each other, right?
Yeah,
I
Ava
was
would've seen
there.
me do it.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah, 'cause
watched
you were
her
one of
do
the ones
it.
who went in. Yeah, give me a deception
Yeah.
check.
Ha! Yes. Okay, that's. So I got an 18 and then plus 6.
Yeah.
You got a 13. He's like, I mean, you're right. There's a couple of rogues that have been sneaking around. There's that one short redheaded girl. He might have got you guys mixed up.
I'm glaring now. I'm just glaring. Not all rogues steal.
Are you talking about Delphina?
Yeah, I think that's her name. It's some long name that I can't pronounce. I just stopped trying.
Okay. Well, if you don't say the whole thing, she'll get mad at you.
Yeah, so I just don't say it at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a couple of days to die.
That's. We'll see you in a few days.
Okay.
Goodbye. He
Wait.
opens the door again and kind of sulks into his room and gently.
He
closes it.
sounds so sad.
Reggio, you are not invited to my birthday
Oh.
party.
Get the fuck out!
Fuck
Let's
you.
just go.
Fuck
Let's
you,
go.
Radio.
Come on. I'm pushing Gwen away. Let's go.
All right. After
was-
that, I will say at this point it is kind of raining a little bit harder. There's some thunder clouds in the sky. The occasional crackle of thunder lightning seen in the distance lights it up occasionally. You guys disperse and go back to your rooms. At this point, everyone's back on campus. The only one I know of is I know, Leo, you have a couple things you wanted to do tonight. Let's go ahead and knock those out. What do you want to do first?
Let's wait. What time is it right now?
I mean, it's kind of late, but not like midnight late. I'd say it's like 9:30, 9:30.
He's gonna howl in
Okay.
some mood. He's actually a werewolf.
I'm going to. I can do. We can do Hildegard's the next day in the morning.
Yeah, you could do Hildegard.
That too. And then I guess I'm gonna use the same place that I prayed at. Where Gwen threw a tomato at me.
Yeah.
The North
I haven't
Tower.
forgotten.
Yeah. You go across campus, up North Tower, past Tilanche's office, past all the classrooms, and you yet again jostle that 5th floor door open. It takes a little bit of, manhandling it, but you do get it to snap out of the lock. You walk upstairs and it's completely dark, save for like the 2 windows up here, shining in just a little bit of light from the night sky. The occasional flash of lightning lights up the room. A bunch of boxes in here. You go to the window that sort of looks out across, like north of campus, past the North Tower. So like the forest is out there. You see some mountains in the distance. Trees blowing in the wind. Describe what your prayer looks like and what you think about, what you do.
Can I throw? Are there windows?
Yeah, there are those 2 windows. I'm going to say that you went up to the one that's facing, like, away from campus. Your video is so frozen on your face.
I think he died.
I think you did.
This is
I
the
think
worst
this
moment
happens
to
every time
happen.
someone has a scene.
This is the worst
Akira
moment.
has a conversation, druidic. Leo has a conversation,
Gone.
just disappears. His dog
Just
smites
gone.
you.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
He just hovers, clips through the room.
Yeah. Leo died. So planet.
Yeah, he's like gone. That's wild. Crazy. How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm doing great. I'm making my spare character in case Marcel dies.
Yeah.
Oh man. Should I start
Again.
thinking about that?
He's typing in the chat.
Don't worry, I have a good backup character, Shorty. It's a rogue bard mix.
I hate this already. The amount of times that we've had this conversation. Cannot play Shen Bapiro. Yeah, David said that his computer restarted, so he'll be just a quick minute.
I'm gonna come back as Boba and take my vengeance.
Instead of Leo seeing that night, let's go ahead and skip forward in time. Next day. This is y'all's sort of last time, because Wednesday,
Be alive.
you're waking up, you're going, and you're doing all of this shit with the Verdant Prince. You are summoning him and you're fighting him. So today is sort of your, like, close anything out that you need to, make any amends, talk to people. We'll make sure to have that conversation with the full group at some point today that Rosaris wants to have. But for now, does anyone have any personal character stuff that they want to do before this big scene?
I would like to see if I can find the spell sleep. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's available in the school library. It's just a first level spell. If you want to go and pay for it, you can. Same as always, it'll cost just 10 gold. And for you, 2 minutes of your time.
Sweet.
So Lucian is spending some more time in the library, as he does.
I'm sending the letters, or I'm going to talk to Mr. Green, I guess.
Sure. You head down to the building with all of the mail in it that's like right beside the Res Life office. There's like the adventuring building and then the residential life building. So you go find him between those two. He's running around doing odd things, handling roommate conflicts. You catch him, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you're hold on, Ava. I remember you're new, right?
I am, and I am in your psychology class. I'm so glad you
Yes.
just remembered my name.
You are. See, that's look at me go. This was reverse psychology. I was making you think that you're less important than you are because you are important.
Yes, I'm so glad I'm taking your class. Anyways,
Hey, what can I do for you? You settling into campus well? I know you've been here for a couple weeks now.
yeah, it's been fine, but I have a favor to ask.
Oh,
if you don't mind.
yeah, sure. That's what I'm here for.
All right, great. So she pulls out like a stack of letters.
Wow.
I have. Oh, no, don't worry. They're all going to the same person and the same place, so it's nothing complicated.
Thank God.
But
Mhm.
I have some conditions.
Sure.
I don't want you to send them, unless I don't come back for them in 2 days' time.
2 days. Cool. So if you don't come back in 2 days, let me make a note of this. And he writes it down. He's like,
Okay.
Ava, underlines Ava, doesn't come back in
Mhm.
2 days, parentheses, Thursday. Send these. Where am I sending them to? Am I just...
I wrote it, and then she just like points to
He
the
looks at it
address
and
on the
says,
top.
"Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're in
I'll-
charge of the mail?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right. Okay, you can follow these directions that I gave you, right?
Yeah. If you're
Okay.
not back by Thursday, send them to that address, and he points at the paper.
Yes.
I can package these up and I'll send them out. I'm gonna set them over here, and he like scoots them into like one of the corner cubbies with all the mail with a sticky
He's
note on
very
top.
nervously looking at
And
that.
he says, "Don't worry,
Okay.
I got it." He writes a note on his
Okay.
arm. He's like, "I will not forget."
Okay, absolutely do not send them
Nope.
until like
Until
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, if I'm not back before, and get them.
Thursday night.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Okay, you're the best, Mr. Green. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
You too. And
She
Ava,
walks. She just shakes her head and walks out.
you disappear. You're gone. Anybody else in the meantime?
I'm gonna go and kind of early morning again. I'm gonna kind of do my little ritual, take tea out to the forest, but this time I'm gonna bring a bunch of incense as well. And I'm gonna set up, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I pull out this list that I've been crossing things off the last couple of days. I'm like, okay,
Her kill list.
that's right. Marcel, check. Viserys, check. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna set up this whole instant thing.
Don't forget that you have Gwen in big letters.
Yeah, but I didn't get to that. That one's special.
It's at the top of the list. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not gonna stop.
And then I summon Gwen. No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a new spell.
What am I doing here? I was just about to get in the shower, mate.
Whoa. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Summon Familiar.
So you're sitting there, you got your tea, the incense is burning. This is like a 10-minute ritual, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're sitting there for a good minute, listening to the sounds of nature. Trees are kind of swaying. There's still like just that little bit of dew left from the rain last night. You're very calm, very at peace. After about 10 minutes, the ash and smoke start to sort of coalesce and form in this chalice that you brought. Not the same one for the Hero's Feast spell, but just like a bowl that you're burning all this stuff in. It starts to mold and form. What shape does it take?
It's gonna be a raven.
Yeah. So that smoke starts to darken. Slowly you see it start to flutter and flap, and then all of it solidifies into a raven that sort of hops up on the bowl, hops around, and then looks up at you.
Well, it worked. Hi.
It just cocks its head at you, looks around, hops a little bit.
Can you? I feel like I'm supposed to be able to talk. Do I have to cast a spell to talk to you?
I don't think you do. I think you have a telepathic connection to it.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just. And I'll actually pull out a book and be like, "What the?" And I'm like paging through it.
It hops over and like sits on your leg, and it's looking at the book, like cocking its head to the side.
Oh, okay. So this one's telepathic. Think really hard. Hello?
You just hear a voice come back to you that's like, quiet. Or too loud.
Well, that's a first. I'm never too loud.
You think too loud.
Well, I do think a lot.
Clearly.
Okay, well, welcome to the world.
Thanks, I guess. What is my name?
Oh, how do you feel about Maury?
Fitting.
You're a girl, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but does it matter? I don't know. Do you know? Do birds?
What did you make me?
Well, I tried to make you a girl because if you're going to be around me all the time, I feel a little weird about a guy bird in my room all the time.
I was literally just born, so I don't know.
Okay, well, we're going to just say that you're a girl because it makes me feel better.
Okay.
And we'll figure
It
that out
makes her
another time.
comfortable.
Okay, well, here, do you like tea? And I'm gonna give her like a little bit of finish. Like,
Yeah, Maury hops over and then like dips her beak in the tea and drinks a little bit and then like shakes her head and like spits it out. Just nope. Too leafy.
She knows it was laced.
It's leafy.
oh, yeah, you probably like something more. I don't know, wormy.
Army. That sounds good.
Okay, well, you can get some if you want. Do you want to come with me? I need to go find some friends.
That is fine.
Okay, cool.
You guys.
Head
off?
Yep. Head off.
All right. Let's backtrack a little bit. Hi, David. Welcome back.
Hey, I don't know what just happened.
So you prayed, went supernova, and died.
You played
Yeah.
so
happened?
hard.
You ascended.
Your moment.
I feel like that.
You're actually level 20 now.
Ooh.
Oh shit! All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Warlock or cleric?
Yeah, so what we did is we just started
Well,
on the
right.
next day. This is the night before, shortly after the whole incident with Reggio and Oraman. You go up to the North Tower. You are kneeling in front of one of the windows. It is raining and storming outside. The occasional flash of lightning lights up this storage room that you're in. You're at the highest point on campus. What does your prayer look like? Tell us what you're thinking, doing, if you say anything. I'll let you just describe the whole scene for us.
First, I'm going to take. Wow, this is just not my night, is it?
Oh my god!
Every time you pray,
Never pray.
Wow,
Never
dude, like
stop.
what is happening?
Go full.
Gotta abandon Cortez.
Cortez is fighting back because you chose to.
I feel like this. Dude,
I'm not saying Cortez is real, but if it
I mean,
happens
your
again-
mic is fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the
Please.
mic. All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, describe it. For us.
I'm going to take the amulet that I wear all the time. I'm gonna put it down in front of me, and I'm just gonna take like a deep breath, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm ever doing this right. I'm not even sure where to start. I know that my faith hasn't always been the strongest, and I'm always at war with myself. But I could really use something right now. Just anything. I don't want my friends to die.
So you are sitting there, kneeling in front of this window. You said you took this amulet, and you're like holding it in your hands
It's just on the ground in front of me.
on the ground in front of you. Do you close your eyes during prayer?
Yes.
How long until you open your eyes?
I think I'm gonna sit there for a good long minute in silence before I open my eyes.
You sit there contemplating, finishing up what you said, not wanting your friends to die. When you open your eyes, you look down at the ground where your amulet was supposed to be, and it is not there. You immediately pull your head up and start looking around, and then as you're kneeling there, above you, roughly where your head would be should you be standing, your amulet is floating with the chain sort of out, and it's just held in space right there. Tiny, tiny little sparks jumping around on it.
I'm gonna reach for it.
You reach to grab, and it holds firm right there. Like you pull, and it moves a little bit, and then comes back into place, and doesn't come down.
I'm not sure what this means.
What?
I'm gonna stand there for a minute, just kind of confused. I guess this is kind of a sign.
If you would like, give me a religion check.
Oh shit.
We'll see what your sort of inner monologue says.
18.
18's not bad. Everything you know about Corteus goes against kind of the life that you've chosen to lead. You are so used to kneeling down to help people. You get a strong sense inside of you. You don't hear a voice. You don't see anything really happen except this amulet, but you just pulled on the amulet and it's stuck up there in space. Very clearly, you are not meant to bring the amulet down to you. You are supposed to rise to meet it.
Like, and it's up above my head, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you're kneeling on the ground, and if you just stand up, it'll be sort of.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stand up.
You stand, and as you stand, just from the position that the pendant was in, your head fits right through the chain, and it falls around on your chest. Shocks you just a little bit as it settles into place. You stand up, you're looking out the window, the crackles of lightning, the rain smattering against it. It's still quiet, but you feel a confidence that you didn't really have before.
All right.
And that's about
I
it.
guess I'm going to. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave now.
You, maybe a little confused, maybe a little happy, head off back to your road and the night. With that being said, the next day comes back around. Athera had summoned her familiar. Ava had not sent some letters. What else do we have on the agenda? for today before you guys convene as a party for the last time before all this happens?
And that's a long rest.
I'm gonna go find Ava.
And I'll do something after that. After this, after they talk.
I mean, yeah, you scout around campus and find Ava, wherever Ava is.
Ava,
Vera?
do you are you free? Do you have some time?
I can make time for you.
So I still have that item that isn't ours that someone's probably going to be looking for.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking we could use Tilanche's portal. She kind of owes us. So go to her town and sell said item so we can not be traced with it, and then use the money to buy something to help us in this fight. And I just don't necessarily want to go along, and I don't think that's wise, and since you're already involved, thought maybe you would want to join me?
I like this idea. Screw Reggio. He might kill us, but screw Reggio.
He can't justify it if he can't prove it.
They already pointed fingers at me, and I didn't even do it, but yeah.
So that means that you can tell the
He won't
truth and
be
not get
the
blamed.
Alright, he might kill us anyways, but let's do it.
Okay. Should we bring anyone else, or do you think... I don't know, does anyone else want to go on a shopping trip, do you think?
Someone who won't open their mouth about this whole thing? I don't know who that might be.
Well, I mean... I'm sure Marcel loves shopping, but he's also not the greatest at keeping things quiet.
Alright, if he asks us where we got the armor, we'll just make something up.
Okay.
He probably won't even ask us about it. This is totally normal.
This
Not
is true.
suspicious.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do we have to hide?
Nothing.
You could bring me too.
Do you think Gwen's bored? She's probably bored.
You know what? Why don't we just get the whole gang together? I bet they're all bored.
We could at least ask everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I do need to talk to Lucian too, so let's do that.
All right, let's go find him.
Yeah, you guys scatter looking for the party members. You bring them together. The only catch is, I will say that at the time you guys find Leo, he is hanging out with Hildegard, probably explaining the conversation from the previous day, making sure that she doesn't think that he's, up to nefarious activities. But Hildegard looks at you, Leo, as you guys are getting invited, and she's like, I would love to go. That sounds super fun. If you'll have me, obviously.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Sure, you guys go to Tilanche's office. The whole squad of you take her teleporter to her home, in which, as she hears you guys teleporting in, she, barges into her office, and you're all just sort of standing there. She's just like, what the hell are you doing?
So we need to make sure that we are well equipped for the fight that we are doing for you. And the campus stores are not really helpful right now.
Go out the window. I'll leave it unlocked. Come on. Just be quiet when you come back, and at least try to be stealthy. I don't want my family asking why there's, 8 older people jumping into our yard.
Okay, well, we'll each try our best, and I'll look back at Leo and Rosari's like...
Yes, ma'am. Clink, 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 clink.
Before I left for that, I did want to do something real quick.
Yeah, let's hit that real quick.
Hit that right now. Go, hit it.
Thatch gets you the stuff for your arrows. So in some of your free time, you can make that.
Okay.
What?
Um.
Can you give me my bomb?
Yeah, if you pay
Is
for
it done? I
yes.
did. I took it out of my.
Add a grenade to your inventory. You'll have to add it as a custom item.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get some grenades at me during this fight.
Just don't
So
be in the
grenade
way.
is good.
But yeah, Gwen, what you got?
Is Delphina gone?
No, she's around campus. You see her every night, at least.
I mean, in the dorm room.
Oh,
in the.
do you want
Before
her to
we
be or
leave.
not?
She can be gone.
She wakes up. You don't have to be up for classes. Like, you guys are not going to class at this point. Delphina wakes up very begrudgingly and is just like, yes, I'm going to class. And she, like, stomps her feet and climbs out the window and closes it all.
I'm just gonna write her a little letter. And it's gonna say, here's a little gift for you. Alright? And then I'm gonna put a ruby on the paper and like circle the paper around the ruby. Don't take my fucking gold. I've counted it and I'm gonna count it again soon. Alright? But most importantly, that's Zim's hoard gold. Alright? That's his. And apparently your people like worship dragons or whatever. So I don't feel like you'd want to do that anyways, because it's his.
The whole
Alright?
time you're writing that, Zim is
So
sitting there
long
looking
ago.
at the letter, just like thumbs up, pointing at it.
So yeah, I'm gonna count it when I'm back. If any's missing, I don't know what to tell you, but enjoy the gift. XOXO, love Gwen.
He asks for the paper and pencil.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom,
There you go.
in very scratchy handwriting, he writes P.S. Zim's exclamation point hoard exclamation point. Do not touch. You know, set it
Yeah.
down, he says.
Alright, cool.
All
I
right,
think we're good to go.
that happens.
for the
They
day.
get brought in by Ava and Athera, and you guys all take Tilanche's teleporter. You guys go out into the city that Tilanche is from. If someone would like to make me an investigation check to figure out where you are, go ahead and make it. If you guys would like to denote one person to that, I will say either Lucian or Athera.
Lucian, how's your investigation?
That's 3.
Yeah, you do it. Lucian, you probably have a better idea of the history around here. Why don't you figure out where we are?
Give it a try. 21.
Not bad.
Hey!
Nice.
So you guys are walking around. You are in a city pretty close to the coast. It's very nice. There's like a lot of trees, a lot of nature. There's like flower beds throughout all of the sidewalks in the town. It's not massive. It's not like a kingdom, but it is a nice, decently sized city. So you guys walk around until, you're walking through some of the shopping districts looking for shops to go to, and you notice, based on some of the signs, Lucian, you put together, like, hey, you're in a city called Greenport, which doesn't tell you a lot, but you are in the region of Eventide, which is the westernmost region of Wisteria. So you guys are, like, way, like, to put it in complete context, Loomis is, like, almost in the middle. Stonewall is way on the east side, like, outside of Wisteria. Eventide is way on the west. So you guys are in this nice little coastal city. Lots of fishing down at the docks. You guys are up in this sort of very naturey. There's like vines growing on a lot of the houses, trees going up and covering some of the walkways in shade. What are you guys looking for? You don't have to roleplay every single moment of it out, but you're looking to sell the armor. What else?
I want to buy a safe and look for a bet
Yeah.
for Zim.
Cool. Let's start with selling the armor. You guys find an armor shop. A nice
It's
little
a good
shop.
price, trust me.
I don't want to do it with Rosaris around. If there's a way I
Yeah.
can manage that.
Inconspicuously,
if you
we
guys
go
wanna
Reserve
sell
the other sword over there.
probably
We can
where
say
he
what-
would go. He would
While,
go to.
yeah, while they're doing that, can I just be selling like those daggers and things like that I stole from Tilanche?
Yeah, they go to an armor shop. You go to a weapon shop, and you're like, "Hey, I have a lot of weapons." Athera, for that armor, just because it's special, who do you take with you, and are you guys trying to barter?
So I'm definitely taking Ava. I'm gonna take Gwen as well.
Okay.
And I think that's it. That's it.
Girls only.
Yes.
Girls only.
I see.
I don't trust Marcel not to blab. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to try and get my money's worth. I'm going to see if I can.
Give me a persuasion check.
Like,
17.
17. The person, and I'll let you roll an insight check if you want to, but they seem very, very nice. It's like this younger person working the shop, and they're like, all right, listen, I'll give it to you with like very little room for markup just because we don't see stuff like this come in super often. 100 gold pieces.
What about 150?
There's no way that we're doing 150. Let you know, the math that I'm using here is we might sell this for like 125, 135, just depending. And that gives us just enough room, profit-wise, to like hold this thing for as long as I assume we're going to have it before it sells, because that's kind of expensive. So
I rolled a 17 on insight. Is there any way I can see that she might come up a little bit?
there might be the tiniest more room to wiggle, but that is a good price. Like they're being pretty honest here. They're essentially saying like, hey, I have to make a profit, and there's no way I'm going to be able to pay any more than this without risking a loss.
Well, you seem nice enough. I guess we can go with 100. That's fine.
Or maybe, right? 105.
See, this is why I brought you.
She takes out bags that are labeled 25 gold, set for them on the counter, and she's like, 100. That's all I can do.
I don't know. My friend sounds
What
pretty
if I
persuasive.
throw in a muffin? Hmm? I got cranberry, blueberry, lemon.
I'm not paying
Pistachio.
5 gold for a muffin.
Okay, what if I throw in all those muffins?
101.
You can pet my dragon.
102.
Oof.
You can
only
give him
one
a
more?
kiss. Or a hug.
Dangerous.
He's nice, promise.
102.
Who gets to say they hug a dragon?
102 and a half.
Most people have never seen a dragon.
Yeah, most
That's
people just
pretty
seeing him is
special.
quite the
I'm
honor.
still pretty skeptical. I think you're just going to let me hug you. Because you are...
No, Zim, come on.
That Zip climbs up on your shoulder and he's like, okay, cool. Well, you just let me see him for free, so there's one of the gold away.
Well, it wasn't, I didn't put seeing on the table, so.
How?
It was like petting him and hugging him.
Well, listen, I can't go above 100. It's hard cap on that.
Like, what about the other gold you just offered for all the muffins?
Thanks.
That was Percy.
What do you mean that was personal?
Like,
Oh,
I
like
have
your
gold.
money.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we'll take that.
Cool. 101. She slides the gold across, gives one to you. You give her the muffins. You sell the offer.
Good job, guys.
All right. Let's run through the rest. What else are we doing? Sell and buy wise.
Marcel
I'm
will
off.
probably look up to you.
No, go for it, Marcel.
Marcel will probably look for any anything that's fancy.
Sure. I'll let you kind of narrow this down. Armor, weapons, or like magic items.
Let's do magic items. He doesn't wear armor.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, awesome! That's my favorite thing.
If I go with him, can I do it with him?
That depends. I got a 19. Whee!
Let me do this. Small city.
Big boy.
I got a 7.
I hear a shiver. I tried.
You're looking for magic items. There are a couple of scrolls that you could find. Not many of them really speak to you. There is
This scroll that tells me to speak is not speaking to me.
There's a couple of potions that you can find. There's actually a decent amount of potions. Like it seems like potion making might be popular in this city. The thing that does like stick out to you. Let me click on this. There is it's labeled as like a whip of warning, but it is a magic whip that is put here. You have no idea what it does.
Marcel's just looking at the whip. I think Leo needs this whip.
Why does he need that?
Right.
But Leo, you're here too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been here.
Yeah, Leo and Hildegard.
Oh.
Yeah, we're both here. Why do we need a whip? Or why do I need a whip?
Well, in case you guys have some fun bed night manners, just you have a whip now.
That's what you're thinking about.
What?
Nothing.
Thank you. He looks for the whip price.
The price of this thing is 99 gold pieces. There's a couple other things that you could look at. There is an immovable rod and a cloak of elven kind, both of which kind of sound familiar. Like those are fairly common things, but they are a little more expensive. They're about 300 to 500.
Ooh. Movable rod, cloak of elven kind, and this is a whip of what?
A whip of warning.
Oh, whip of warning. Ah, I see. Warning. Rezar, do you think any of these look good?
I just look at Ghostblade. Have used all of my gold that I can spend on magic items right now.
Right.
I think I've seen something whenever we were at the magic shop at school. The warning does something with like alerting you to enemies, which is cool.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's a similar enchantment.
Maybe this would be great for you. Aren't you bad at starting fights?
I would say I'm pretty good at starting the fights. It's just getting the ball rolling maybe a little difficult.
Maybe this will help you.
Yeah, I also can't afford it, so.
True.
Good
That
thing Marcel's rich.
That move roll is pretty funny. How much does that move roll cost?
That one is 425.
425. And I'll say no. Marcel does not want to buy that. And he's just going to be like, yeah, this is some really good stuff. Sure is.
Alright,
He looked. Yeah.
make sure that we finish on time. Is there anything else you guys are looking for? Any like common stuff would easily be just like you buy it. Magic items are there's a couple, but even magic item stores don't often carry a huge stock.
Oh, and then Marcel would find himself in their silk shirt.
Hell yeah.
I wanted like health potions if there's health potions.
Yeah, you could probably buy them from the school for cheaper though.
Or cheaper there.
Yeah.
Okay. I only have like a tiny bit of money left, so I'll just wait.
At the school, 35 gold piece each.
Oh, good.
It is part of some of the clubs, volunteering for the school. Like the clerics do the healing ward, the wizards do identifying and magical stuff. A lot of the people who have like herbalism kits or alchemy supplies make healing potions, and they're sold like just enough to cover the cost of materials.
Okay. Then I'll buy them at the school and not here.
I'm gonna give, as we're like in the store, I'm gonna give Ava 50 gold pieces. Be like, here, this is You're cut for taking the blame.
Oh. Did you just hear that I'm complaining how broke I am? Is that why you're giving me this?
No.
I don't.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
Druid ruined.
Not druidic.
I can't.
I thought
Okay,
that's
she
what
just,
thieves' count sounded like.
Oh, well. Oh,
It's
never
calling
quite
you
heard it
broke
like
in
that.
Druidic. If you're
Yeah, basically just saying how broke
Yeah.
I am.
What about now?
You're
Yeah,
good. Here we go. Talking back and
Welcome
forth.
back.
I said yes.
all you said was yes.
That's it. All that. You're
It's
the
like, blah,
best,
blah, blah,
Vera.
blah, 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 blah. Yes.
And then I want to look for. I would be looking for items like magic items or something that would help with like protection and stuff. I will get armor if that's what is the only thing around, but I'm looking mostly for like a cloak or something that's simple.
what kind of armor would you be looking for? Because you did just sell +1 leather armor.
Yeah, I mean, I would be looking for something equivalent or better.
That is interesting.
We should have just worn it, like I said.
No, I'm not getting caught with stolen goods.
Oh, actually, I think I made a mistake. Y'all correct me here. Did I say it was +1 leather armor or +1 studded leather?
Studded leather.
Studded.
Okay, if that is the case, it instead of 100 gold, it would have been 150 gold. That person.
Kyle!
Yay!
Okay, well, then Ava, you get 75.
Wow. All right. Oh wait, no, I have to remove.
Just add 25
Okay.
on top of what you got.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if you wanted to go buy some armor, I can give you the prices for it, but buying a new set of studded leather armor would definitely be more expensive. You could afford +1 leather armor if you wanted to get it,
I don't think we're gonna get anything as good as what that was.
but it's about 150.
And there's not like any magic items related to defense or anything.
I'm gonna say we'll just call this like a luck check since you're calling out what you want. Give me a d20 roll on a 17 or higher. You can absolutely just find a ring of protection. Anything lower than a 17, probably not.
18.
Yeah, magic shop had a ring of protection stored in there. It's like kept behind the desk so that people can't just accidentally take it and go anywhere. But there is a ring of protection. That is going to run you about 250 gold pieces.
Alright.
Do you have that much?
Yeah, I have a tea business. I'm fine.
I could give you back some of the money you gave me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. But thank you. You said 250?
Yeah.
I'll be like, how much for this? 210?
The person there looks at it and they say, the tag says 250. Price will be 250.
But you had the muffins.
This is a different shop.
Do you want muffins?
I'm out of muffins. That was my whole stash.
Girl. The only time I ever want your
I've been giving them out to people. All right.
Give some of your tea.
I don't know what to make next. Maybe like pretzels or something.
I'll put the 250 on the desk. Here.
You get the protection. Last call. After this, we will head back and wrap up for the night.
I want my safe.
Yes. How much is a safe gonna cost? Oh my god.
I don't know. I want it to fit under my bed.
You just want a small one, not
Yeah.
super massive. Yeah. I'll say that costs you about 20 gold pieces to get one. That's just
Okay.
like a 2x2x2 safe.
Cool.
It's heavy, but you carry it around. Or stick
I'm
it in
strong.
whatever you want to do.
And then I also want to get a bed for Zim.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. You go to like
Yeah.
a pet shop or something. Zim helps pick out. He like goes and
Yeah.
tests them out really quick, and the person.
I wanted
is
him to
just
try them.
try it. It'll run you just an extra gold for that.
Okay, cool.
All right. With that, before we wrap up, you guys head back to campus, and get situated to meet with the party. I just want to know who all do you guys invite. This is Rosarius, your meeting with everybody that you wanted to have before this whole shebang. So there's obviously the 7 of you. There is Cilia. Who else do you guys want to bring in to have this conversation?
My dad. Dad, where are you? I need to talk to you. I'm just like bringing everyone.
Yeah, I'm assuming probably Kata, Echo, and the Zelda.
Yeah, the least amount of people, the better. So
Those are
just
all
the people who are already involved. Yeah.
Billy Castor.
We could include Billy.
Yeah, I will
He's actually
say
the third sacrifice.
you guys come back. You go through Tilanche's office again. You get back to campus, and you start gathering up the people for this sort of like, all right, we're about to do this. Let's get this stuff situated and ready for tomorrow. And we will end there. We will pick up next time with you guys having this little conversation and setting up for this fight that is going to happen. So,
Yeah.
for those of you who stuck it out with us, thanks for watching. And a little late tonight, but we will pick up from here next time.
I mean, Zari still have exhaustion points.